Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to Readerwatch 2017, the Tri-Wizard Tournament. We are getting ourselves set up, friends, but I would like to introduce my co-casters who you may remember from our previous Readerwatch. I've got Apple Cider.
Yeah, hello.
And a pretty cool dude.
It's me.
Hi, everyone. We're getting ourselves organized at the moment. We've got our first couple of teams loaded up and ready to go. We're just getting set up. We're about 75% organized, which, as people who've organized anything know, means that we have about 3/4 of the work still to do to get everything going.
Yeah, 75%. Yeah, it's like 60% of the time you're ready, 100% of the time.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
I'm excited. We're back again in the Idle Thumbs Reader Watch arena on this beautiful Saturday morning. It's great. I'm excited to be here. We saw some really great play last time in our 6v6 Reader Watch tournament, and now we're going for the coup de grace, which is the 3v3. The stakes are higher, the game is shorter, and anything could happen.
Namely, what I'm really excited for is the number of times where we're going to be doing commentary, and I'm going to be like, so this means da-da-da, and then no. Yeah.
No, they're dead. Oh,
yeah.
Whoops.
Oh,
okay.
Well, that was fast. That was good. That was good stuff.
So for people who are excited to participate in the community but don't really play a ton of Overwatch or mostly play a certain kind of Overwatch, what is 3v3? I mean, besides it's 3 people versus 3 people, what is are there checkpoints? Is there a goal? What kind of game is it?
Sure. 3v3 is an elimination format, kind of similar to if you've played a previous online shooter. Think of it as kind of a team deathmatch, except you don't respawn. So I guess actually a more accurate representation would be it's very, very similar to early CS.
Okay, where there were objectives, but mostly you won by just the other team.
Yeah,
got
exactly.
shotted.
You get one life. You don't come back. And first person to eliminate all the people on the other side of the map wins. Also, like CS, there is only one map, and I know CS has multiple maps, but there's really only DE Dust 2. So similar to that in 3v3 on Overwatch, it is a very, very set level playing field. There is one map, Eco Point Antarctica. You trade, you will spawn on one side of the map, and it is 3 out of 5 rounds.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool.
Very cut and dry.
Yeah. It's kind of since I never played a lot of other FPSs, I find that the 3v3 elimination stuff it's really rapid, but it also means that the strategies that most Overwatch players are used to are a little bit different. You absolutely want to cling to your tanks through choke points. A lot of characters that are normally very valuable in a setting in 66 because you have other players to rely on kind of shift around here. Players that play characters that have self heals or shields or some sort of escape ability are way more valuable here, as well as 3v3 comps that are a lot stronger as like Hinge than in 6v6. Like I know that the early meta for 3v3 was very much 2 tank and an Ana. Or 2 tanks and a soldier because soldier has that
heal. Right.
Yep. Yeah, so I think definitely for the longest time you would just see usually Ana, Roadhog, and then insert character, usually soldier, May, something else. But the thing that's really exciting about 3v3 also is because the rounds are shorter and the rounds are faster, you also see a lot of really unorthodox comps designed to just throw somebody off for a round. So some people will you'll find a team that works. You'll get a clean sweep on that first round. All 3 of your members still alive, and people will go, okay, I'll run that comp again. And for example, today I was playing a couple of rounds to warm up before, and I came up against a team that was playing all snipers, and that was not something I expected to see. It's also really common to see a character who isn't usually picked, like a Symmetra or something else, used for one round kind of as a fake out, because it forces the other team to be like, okay, well, do I chance the fact that they're going to have Symmetra again, who's really, really easy to counter?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Or do we just like, stick to the tried and true? So you can get some really fun stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of all depends on who you're going to be playing against, and you don't necessarily know who you're going to be playing against in 3v3, and it could be really anybody's game. I've been in games where I thought we were just going to get stomped, and we have just had somebody hang on to the bitter end and just save it for everybody. The other thing about the 3v3 that I really like is that it has the nice idea that you can't stalemate it out. It has a timer. After a certain time has passed, if there's still one player on each team that are still alive and are basically doing the like hideout, bunker down sort of thing, it will reveal your position to the other player.
Oh, that's good.
You can see them through walls. Yeah, it really makes it go a lot faster rather than a 30-minute draw.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Faster, and also I think the thing is, I've definitely sat in a few games where for some characters that will even promote even more of a stalemate. So I once watched a Widow and a Symmetra, and that was the Symmetra holed up in a little room, and Widow would not go in the room, and Symmetra would not come out to face the Widow, and because you both know what the other person is playing at that point, you can actually get it turns a little funny, because you can see, Symmetra's not leaving that. I wonder what's around there. I'll just wait this one out. And a draw does not grant a point to either team. It is a mulligan. And if you end up in a 2-on-1 and you draw, the point does not go to the other team. So if you actually do run down the timer all the way, the round is just treated as a forfeit and a gimme, and nobody gets it.
That's interesting. So that means that there is some skill to merely staying alive.
Yes, there is skill involved in staying alive in like a 2v1 situation. And also similarly, if you are down, if you are the 2 in that 2v1, and you're down 2 games, it might even be worth it in that case to take the mulligan, depending on what you're going up against or who you're against, depending on what your comp is. So it's really interesting.
I also wanted to bring up a point about the Echo Point Antarctica map. It's a great map in that it is sized very specifically for the 3v3 play. It has less like square footage than some of the other maps, just because you don't want to get people too spread out. You want to force that friction. You want to force that open combat. It has a lot of places that are great for flanks, a lot of places that are great for people that can use vertical space. But I've seen so many teams not be aware that if you really kind of want to dominate in a 3v3 arena, you really need to use your angles.
Yeah.
So,
huge.
Using choke points and things like that is absolutely crucial.
Yep.
So we're actually almost ready to set up. We just got to change some team names, and we'll be ready to see the first match.
Awesome.
Yeah, awesome.
And so people who watched the last Readerwatch, we had a multi-Twitch going. I have not heard from anybody who's streaming, so this is a public call out, friends. If you are going to be streaming and you'd like to be in the multi-Twitch, please send me a message. And I will get that so that we can get multiple views to watch all of the action.
Hot takes. Although I guess in this one, more so than anything else, you'll be flitting around streams much faster. So
it's a fast-paced action. We're hoping to get through this pretty quickly, just because it's a little harder to drag out matches, even on competitive in 3v3. So I actually think it looks like both teams are ready to start. I'm going to ask if they're ready to start, and we'll get this going.
All right, we're just getting the go ahead, and then we're going to hop in and get it started.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the Idle Thumbs Slack community has for us today in terms of 3v3 play. I mean, the 6v6 stuff that we did was really, really good. Like, really good watching.
It was.
Yeah, it was really fun.
I'm really excited again, though. I think one of the things, as we discussed with the 6v6, the Idle Thumbs community is known for unorthodox picks. So, you can't double up or anything on this as well. I know the team Pheramanes is probably disappointed about that. But,
yeah, right.
Yeah, But we'll see what we end up getting for comps. I'm definitely always looking forward to the way that the Idle Thumbs community shapes the meta, as it were.
Yeah.
So
yeah. It looks like we're getting confirmation from both teams that they are ready. So we're gonna start the first match.
Awesome. That's the GLHF. So
and here
we go.
we go.
All right. So who do we have in round 1?
We have Devil May's Child, which is Fiona, Slime, and Bill the Cat, versus Lou and Dibs are cool as fuck, which is Toblix, Hylu, and Dibs.
Awesome.
European team, dream team.
Yep, European dream team, going right out the gate for the not to say safe, but the traditional composition. Liking that a lot. Slime, Bill the Cat, and Fiona going for got that interesting pick with the Symmetra right out the gate. We'll see how that pans out. They're going to want to set up, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to try to do, is try to lure everybody over to the right side. That's the other big trick I've noticed with 3v3. AC, I don't know about you. There's always kind of a rock, paper, scissors element to, well, which side do
which side do we go on?
People take?
Yeah. Yeah. So we're seeing 2 Roadhogs.
Yep.
But I think that Anna and that Soldier are going to be very, very strong. That healing factor cannot be denied.
Yeah, absolutely. And Zenyatta also tremendously useful, especially against tanks right now. So it's going to be interesting if Bill can stay alive for the duration of the match. That's gonna do wonders for them. But it does mean
Lou is down. Lou is
there's
down
the first
for
kill.
Blood. Yep.
First
that
blood.
was a sweet Roadhog hook. We've got dueling
got 2 down.
Roadhogs.
All right, 2 down now. Yep. So, and right there we see that Zenyatta Discord orb can be an absolute deal breaker for some players too. It'll just absolutely roast you, especially if something, especially in a situation with Symmetra's laser or something along those lines. It also provides a constant reminder of where that character is. So that will allow Bill to track pretty much everybody even before that countdown timer.
First round goes to Blue. That was pretty.
It was pretty
intense.
sound. Yep,
Yeah.
that was pretty sound. So now it's going to be interesting to see if they stick with the same comps on both sides.
The winner of the hook battle basically took that map.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that a lot of times the teams will go down based on who gets picked off first.
Yep. But we'll see. This time it looks like we've swapped over, so we've got Zenyatta on the other side for Dibs playing Zenyatta. But same comp for Devil May's Child.
I mean, it worked. Why change it?
Yep.
And it looks like they're grouping up now in that first choke point on the left side, which is smart. Smart. The thing with Zenyatta is he's such a squishy pick on something like this. You can really get screwed if you're not a defensive player with Zenyatta.
All right.
And already a more even game
We've
here.
got a tank and a support on each side, but Dibs is alone right now, and Slime's going to get him. Similarly, though, if Toblix can land one on Fiona, then it'll just be down to a hook battle. So. But it does not happen that way.
A little bit of crosstalk there.
Lou might be what some construe as mad.
Lou mad, bro?
Our stream can't see chat, but it looks like Lou is a little bit angry at Symmetra.
Little cross, a little upset about Symmetra.
I'm seeing Symmetra as a really interesting pick for this. She's usually not somebody I would go with, but that beam, you can't deny it.
It's working really, really well for them so far. They've picked all tanks and heavier characters this time. They've still got Soldier for that DPS and health combo, but otherwise it's going to be an interesting combo. Slime has switched away from Roadhog. Diva also a really, really strong choice since she can disrupt. And again, we were talking earlier about characters that can self-heal. Diva's basically got 2 lives when you think about it. They are holed up in there.
Yeah, they're holed up and they're waiting for them to come out. And I don't know what they're trying to do strategy-wise here.
Well, so, yeah, I mean...
Getting tight up against a Symmetra is a bad idea.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can see what they're trying to do, though. Symmetra's got a lot less... You basically, if you can roast her down before that laser hits full power, they're basically taking away 2 of her tools by deciding where you fight. They're saying, you have to come into our base, which means you have to throw that projection shield out so we know where you are. But their
Toblix
tank is
is
already
down.
gone. Yeah,
Yep.
that's going to be tough.
And we've got a
now-
flank move here by Fiona.
That Flesh Diva. Oh, Fiona coming in, though. Yeah.
We got Lou throwing down the heal for Soldier, which will be good for him.
Ooh, and
Yips.
the blue team splitting up has cost them a member of their
Oh
team.
no.
Woof. Okay. So they lost someone. Oh, Slime's back in the suit.
They need to stick together, blue team, or they risk getting pretty badly hurt.
Yep. Doing wonders with Zarya, though. Oh!
Oh, there's an ult!
Not something you see every day. Oh!
Oh no!
Oh, Fiona's
Fiona
down.
goes down. Fiona's down. And we got another ult from Lou.
We gotta see what's going on here. Slime's trying to keep distance, but he's definitely now. He doesn't have the heals anymore. He's not
He's
able
got
to
the
heal up.
mobility though.
He does have that, but
Oh, he's out of the suit. He's out of the suit. They're going for the kill. They're going for the kill. Oh, can he survive?
and that's it.
Oh,
No.
that's it.
All right,
Red team.
bringing it back. Bringing it back. Love it. It was a really strong combo. Zarya was a really good pick against Diva there because you're going to build up all that charge really quickly.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
when it was 3-on-2, blue team decided we are going to try and flank them and draw them out, but the red team guessed correctly and went
Yeah.
against the side that only had one character, and they got a kill and they took it down from there.
Yep.
Okay, it looks like we're getting an ask from Dibs to have one moment, but I don't think the game can stop.
No, it cannot. It
But
cannot
looks
take
like
stop
they're-
for an answer.
Yeah, but looks like they're back and they're out. Red team going with the same composition that they had last match, and blue team is going with Fiona on Mercy. Very strong
Ooh.
heals, but Bill the Cat is going to be Farah. Dicier pick, but could be really good here with
Yep.
some ground-based.
That splash
Heroes.
damage is going to be really nice, and also it means that
Slime is out early.
Slime got the first hook, but Toblix got the better hook.
Yep. And the thing that I'm going to note, though, that's a really smart move there is they are a very ground-based team, the red team. And, oh, well, I might be eating my
Well-
words already. I was going to say they might have a hard time if the two of them can stick to the air, but Fiona's already down, so it's down to Bill.
Farah's a really dicey pick against the soldier because of that projectile.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
He can
Yeah, the hit.
he
yeah.
just hit scans and you can take him down. Doesn't matter
Yep.
if you're flying or not.
Yep. And especially, I think one of the things is we're actually seeing a good number of ults get charged up here. That's
Yeah.
not always super common in 3v3, but a soldier in particular, with that ult, you see that in regular 6v6, and that takes people down. So you think about, it takes maybe 3 people down, and you think about that in 3v3, and it just took down the other team.
Okay, so blue team lost last round, and they're still going with the same composition.
Yep.
I wonder if they're going to try and perfect their moves now this time.
Lou is
Uh-oh.
getting some interference from his cat.
Yep.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Never good when the cat comes into play. The cat wants Lou to lose early and fast so the cat can get all the attention. An unknown factor. Kind of a tough sell.
They're playing with each other right now. We see some
Mhm.
hooks, no grabs.
Nothing so far. Lou's still
Lou's-
staying healed up.
He's staying still healed up. He's it looks like Bill the Cat and Fiona doing the girlfriend composition
Yeah,
is
pal.
working
Oh.
out a lot better. Whoa! Dibs
Only
and
Toblix
Lou
left.
are out. Just Toblix. It looks
So
like
it's gonna
blue team
be-
has hit their stride.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a close one. It really matters.
First
how
hook
this-
goes to Toblix.
Second
Best
hook
hook goes to
Oh.
Slime.
That's it. That's the money.
Devil Maze Child wins the first round.
Hashtag cat strats.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a well played move by a Slime to remotely control Lou's cat. It was a little foul play, I would say. Lou says that he won. That's true, and only in that he has the cat at the end of the day, right there.
You say shitty, I say kitty.
Oh! Okay,
That's a
well,
good one.
we're gonna get the next set of teams set up. But guys, what did you think about that as our first matchup of the day?
I liked it a lot. I thought, like we kind of expected. We saw some safe picks, especially right out the gate, going like for a very traditional 3v3 comp. But then by the end, we had pharmacy flying through the air. We had heavy Zen rotation. The Symmetra right out the gate was fascinating too.
I think it was used to some effect, although unsurprisingly, Roadhog was definitely a big factor in all of the rounds. The hook and the heal, even if you only hit one hook, it's probably an important one.
Yeah.
And just the ability to have a team that can stay far away from each other, not literally right next to each other, but stay grouped up in terms of like covering fields of fire and stuff is important, as you would imagine in a 3v3 like this.
Absolutely, for sure. The other thing I think that's really important to note about the hook, that can be a real deal breaker, is the hook itself does damage. So in a mode where you necessarily can't spread out your healing as much as you would otherwise, a hook to a shot is usually a one-hit kill in 6v6 already. But in 3v3, even if you get away, that damage sticks with you, and your healer might not be around to heal you back up if you retreat. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so it can be very, very devastating, which is why we see Roadhog as the top pick in so many 3v3 matches. He's absolutely devastating in the hands of a good player. Just a lot of hooks. He's got a lot of health, and he's just, I don't like going up against him, even in the best of circumstances.
Do you ever like Roadhog ever, AC?
No,
I don't think. Yeah, I was gonna say even in 6v6, I think.
No, absolutely not. He can peel me out of my mech, even if I'm not taking any other damage. He can one-shot me when I'm playing healers. He's very strong, and it actually bothers me quite a lot that one shot and one hook can just devastate you. Like, just not feeling it. Not feeling it at all.
Would you use the phrase OP?
Yes.
I see.
Counterpoint, back in the beta, Roadhog is one of the characters that I clicked with, so I totally agree that, Roadhog has some balance issues, but at the same time, I'm definitely a personal hog fan.
Yeah. Big fan of the hog.
Hog love.
Some questions about where you can buy merch for the #1 team, Lewin Dibs Are Cool AF. You should go to lewindibsarecool.af and you'll be able to pick up some merch there.
Or a dumpster.
No, that's where you put it afterwards so you can light it on fire.
Yeah. Back behind the Safeway.
No, we love everybody that's competing in the 3v3 Tri-Wizard tournament today. All love, no hate.
Well, they are cool AF. They're just,
Yeah.
They're just not great at...
The clothes are also cool AF, and it's winter here in the United States, and I don't need to be cool. I need to be warm and toasty.
Wow. Okay, so I may have typed teams, let me know when you're ready, into general chat and not custom game. So, which means that now there's a lot of people who are yelling at me in Spanish.
Ooh. That was a poor move. Are you on the Americas? Or Gorbel says the weather is perfect, and they're wrong. So incorrect.
Okay, so it looks like Pheromane is ready. I'm trying to see if Live Free or Reinhardt is ready.
I think they're ready. They look ready.
Okay, they all have Reinhardt icons, so yes, they are. Yep. They are ready.
That looks approved to me.
Okay, so next match is going to be Live Free or Reinhardt versus Pheromane. It could be anyone's guess what any of these people are going to be playing.
Dino would like the tournament put on hold until he can unlock matching icons.
Okay, we definitely cannot do that. We're about to start. Sorry, dinosaurs.
And this tournament is sponsored by $60 American worth of loot boxes. For when you don't have the skins you want, $60 American can possibly get you some.
As it turns out, $80 American can't even get you some of the skins you want sometimes.
Oh,
but
Blizzard.
It can get you 4 of the same Junkrat emote. Very suspicious.
Okay, I think we're ready to go.
All right.
So I'm
All right.
guessing we're probably going to have some Reinhardts and some Pharahs, regardless of if it's a good matchup.
Yeah.
That's a May first pick from Coax.
Loot
May
boxes.
is also a strong pick here. She can play very defensively and wall people into rooms. She can hit from halfway across the map if you're a good shot. So yeah, it looks like Roadhog, May, and Zenyatta for heals on blue team, and we're gonna get the Roadhog, Zarya, Soldier pick that red team had last match, which is interesting.
That's sticking around. I'm wondering if they were watching.
Yeah, they might have.
And they saw that work as well as it did, and they were like, "Well, let's give it a shot." Little surprised we didn't see May last time, to be completely honest.
Oh, we got a wall behind.
There's our first good
very,
wall.
Very small. That's very, very clever.
Gorbals missed the hook, but we'll see what
like
happens here.
Red team's backing up.
Yep, for sure. Zarya's building charge. I heard that noise. But it's gonna be a tough.
Red team is already down 2 players.
Yep, that's gonna be a tough sell for Zarya. If Zarya can keep shield up high enough, then it'll be okay. But it's gonna be tough.
Not with that May though.
Not with May. Yep.
Wow, that was a decisive victory.
That was very, very strong. It was good. Well, good play. Good use of May, honestly. I was a little surprised we didn't see any May in the last game because, again, she's got a self-heal. She's got the ability to slow down for the rest of your teammates. I was a little surprised, not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. We'll see what happens this time, though.
Live for your Reinhardt is going to stay with the same composition, whereas Red Team is switching to Roadhog, Soldier, and Zenyatta.
So switching off of that extra tank. So, but I mean, over on the blue team side, if it ain't broke, don't necessarily fix it unless you're trying to go for a real shocker.
They're going for snipes through the window, coming around the corner. We're gonna have a bridge battle, I think.
I think so. I think it is interesting to note. You say going for snipes. We haven't seen a single sniper pick yet.
They're hard. They're real hard picks.
But it's interesting to think of regardless because there's a lot of utility. Oh, and another decisive one just suddenly out of nowhere. I'm chit-chatting about strats and they're out here making the business.
It moves very fast. Life comes at you fast in 3v3.
Yep.
Dinosaurs hit a couple of hooks, and then when there were 2 down, he just said, "You know what, I'm just going to put my face right up in the other."
Yeah.
And he did it.
And he did it. I mean, I know dinosaurs in real life, and I can. That's exactly what he does.
You know dinosaurs in real life?
I do. Yeah, he's a T-Rex, actually.
Oh, how does he play with those short little arms?
Really, really aggressively.
All right. Now they're going down the middle. Blue team going down the middle. This is a very aggressive move. You can really put yourself in danger in that way, especially against Gorbals, who is arguably one of the Pharah mains of Pharah main team.
It's definitely a Pharah main, and it's definitely a strong pick to use here because another thing to factor in is splash damage can be huge, especially if you don't necessarily have
heals.
A lot of AoE healing.
It also looks like Red Team also went with a May, but oh man, Hermie is dead already.
Gone. That's one way to. So now the thing though now is that they did take that May, and I think that was a smart move. But now they have no other. And if Gorbals gets lasered, that could be it. Oof. Oh, well-placed shield.
Wardenen's getting froze out by the May. Now it's just Gorbals high in the air, gonna have to stay away from that hook, and Zenyatta and May. I don't know if he can do this. That Discord orb is very, very strong.
That Zen really has to go first and foremost, but
yeah,
chase down and there's nothing you can do.
Wow, and that is an easy 3-0 shutout from.
That was a stomper. That was a stomper.
Live for your Reinhardt.
Dinosaurs with a very hard Roadhog there.
That was
doing a lot of work.
I would, from across the room, you look at that right there. Pops over here, doesn't even heal up. Says, "I don't have time," and then gets the click off right there too. That was really well played. Sometimes you actually don't want to heal up as Roadhog because that does eat time.
Yeah.
That is like a good 2-second animation. And I know 2 seconds sounds like not a lot, but in super fast-paced world of 3v3 where you can't just like have someone else jump out and happily take a hit for you while you heal up, that's not necessarily your safest bet.
I have to say something about the use of Zenyatta on the 3v3 maps while we're setting up the next matches here. The reason that he's such a strong pick is that Discord Orb will give you the player location of who it's on through walls, which makes it very strong for 3v3.
And the other thing is, to add to compound on that, is the damage buff aside, as you noted, 3v3 is a lot of corners, but it's also a lot of open spaces.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have, I think it is 3 seconds you have after line of sight is broken that orb will stay active. And that can be huge. And as long as you just reestablish contact, you get to maintain that orb as well. So even if they run away, it's a small enough map that you can just find them again and keep that beat on them constantly.
Okay, we're just getting the next match set up right now, getting the teams in. It's going to be Lou and Dibs are cool as fuck versus the Leftovers.
Ooh. Hopefully not like the TV show.
No.
Yeah, that would be bad. That would be
bad, yeah.
It would be unpleasant for all people involved. All right, so what we got? Well, Lou and Dibs are there, so I don't think we need Toblix.
They are pretty cool.
They are cool. They can play by themselves in this 3v3 tournament. It'll be 3v2. Toblix is a traitor and is on the wrong team right now.
Oh, whoops.
That was not directed at you. That was directed at Toblix, who is now saying he was glad to be there because Lou and Dibs are very bad at this.
It looks like we're going to have our first EU versus EU complete matchup, I think.
Oh, so ooh.
I don't know where Shibboleth is from.
Shibboleth is from the States.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
Close enough. One of these things is not like the others.
We also have some EU smack talk going on in team chat.
Yep. I mean, the good thing here is that none of Lou's regular excuses. Well, no, Lou got the cat. Brand new excuse. Can't just blame the ping anymore.
But it's a new excuse.
It is a new one. We'll see how much it gets utilized in this round.
Yeah, I also want to see what Lou and Dibs are cool as fuck are going to do to switch it up a little bit since they are coming back and they're playing against a new competitor. Also, are we going to see more Roadhog play? We've seen Roadhog in every single matchup so far.
Yeah, we'll see if we see Roadhog again. It's also going to be interesting. I think Shibboleth just started playing recently. So it's going to be interesting to see how they start adapting to teams and strategies and what. So.
Yeah. Okay, and I think we're just about ready to go. I'm getting a ready from Leftovers.
Shibboleth is excited to kill Dibs.
Yep,
Aren't
definitely.
we all?
Yep, I think we've gotten the ready from everybody.
Yep. Okay, cool. I think we're ready to go. This is gonna be Lou and Dibs are cool as fuck versus Leftovers. Mostly European matchup. Oh, wrong map. That is absolutely 100% the wrong map.
Assemble your heroes. Whoops.
This is actually going to be a real throwdown showdown. What the teams did not know. Yeah, this is a hashtag wrong thread. So if you would redirect your attention to the other thread.
Yeah, geez. Wow, okay. Shit.
It's one of those days. We've walked that road.
Yeah.
Ooh, the mod ended the custom game.
Yeah, so it's because it wouldn't let me switch to... It's still not letting me switch to Elimination 3v3, and I'm not sure why.
Dibs is wondering how we can falter when we're at Watchpoint Gibraltar. Or, ooh, no, nobody drop out. Although it swapped.
No, nobody dropped out. Yeah, I'll swap the teams back up. Yeah.
Huh. We had some interesting shenanigans there.
Yeah, this is, yeah. Good,
it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different than what we're used to. And, this is all for fun. Is the other important thing. And now we are all leftovers.
Oh, yeah. Good. No, we're actually we're actually ready to go now for real, not for play.
Not for play.
Well, but sort of for play.
Yeah.
We're ready to play for real. If you will.
Yeah.
If you will.
And I will.
Okay, so we've got leftovers are blue team, and Lou and Dibs are cool as fuck is red team. Looks like Naju's on leftovers, or News, I think is the actual pronunciation, going for Anna, Roadhog, and May. That is going to be a very strong composition, as we've seen.
We're seeing Roadhog on the other team as well, but also that double constructor action.
That's going to be dicey.
Character. Yeah, well, we'll see. If they can pull them back, and they're doing the same thing, it looks like they're turtling up right at the gate, and they're going to let blue team come to them. And that turret is going to be a deal breaker. And the other thing that people forget, I think, about Torbjorn in this mode is he's basically a healer if you can stay alive.
Yeah.
That 50 armor that you can just kind of keep producing, or 75 armor rather, that you can keep producing for 50 scrap, especially now that it generates passively, can be a real deal breaker.
They're just setting up kind of a wall of, or a hallway of death.
It appears that their tactic is hope the other team gets bored.
Yeah. And you know what? Can you fault them? Although I'm surprised, though, blue team hasn't tried to go around yet. But I think
because they're smart.
Well,
Ooh, got our first hook.
Yeah, that's our first hook. Blue's been pulled out. And
Ooh, red team already got the Roadhog down. Now it's up to Swedish Meatball. And Swedish Meatball's dead. Dibs going with the Symmetra and...
Ooh, SBM standing tall at the end. Kind of rude, but fair. Oh, it was the Ping and the Kitten this time. I see, it was a tag team. Team Ping Kitten. I swear if that's not one of the team names for the next one of these, I'll be a little cross.
So it's 1 up for blue team. They're going with the same composition because, hey, they did a very good job. Anna's such a strong healer in 3v3.
Okay, the full turret this time. This is turret-heavy offense.
Wow. They're really throwing it heavy.
They're doubling down on it. I think I kind of get where they're coming from. Let's remember that they are European. The meta is different over there. We discussed this last time too. There's a slightly different meta in Europe. So their game plan, it looks like, is now to...
This is more of an ambush, I would say.
Yeah, stagger it out. So SPM's going to run down there and then immediately get roasted.
And I would say that the ambush has actually been effective.
Yeah, that's a weird thing. Not what I expected.
SPM doing the most as May, but still dying.
Yeah.
But I saw some really great ice walling, some really great ice blocking.
Yeah, definitely doing a lot there to kind of try to play about the game. What did... Oh, okay, it was asleep. I thought Dibs had somehow gotten a brand new emote. And I was really jealous, to be completely honest. All right, so here we go now. They're going to stalemate it out. As we discussed earlier, though, you can just eat the loss here. So if Shibboleth and nobody gets it, so if Shibboleth and the Jews just don't want to move, they don't have to. They're still up 1-0. Yeah. They're still up 1-0.
They do have the opportunity, however, if they catch Bastion not in turret form, if they get a hook, this will be over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But are they going to chance it? It depends on what they want to do. Yeah.
It's a tough sell, yeah. And if they can grab Torb, too, that's also tremendous. The turret will stay alive after Torb is dead, but, at that point you can kind of... The Jews is healing. They can kind of just slowly chew at it.
Chip away at it.
Oh!
Gets hooked. Nano boost administered. Healing up. Oh, this is gonna hurt real bad.
Doink. That is it. Toblik's dropping a big wow in the chat.
Very excited.
He's a big wow. Big ol' World of Warcraft. In the chat right now. And again, okay, we've got our first widow of the game. There it is.
I like this. It's very fun.
Yeah.
Let's see if Lou... This is going to work out. Lou says this is going to work out. All right.
Okay, we have Ativa, Roadhog, and Anna, which is a very, very heavy, strong comp from blue team. And then we have a Widowmaker, Junkrat, and Zenyatta. This is gonna be real interesting.
Not going for the pro Reddit strat of just immediately bunging up, leaving Zenyatta on their own.
Defenseless, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like maybe using Zenyatta as a call out is kind of what it looked like to me.
Oh, Najuz is down early first.
Yep, that's what you're looking for. You're looking for that kind of that easy little kill. The thing to remember about Junkrat is those bombs do a ton of damage if you can pull it off. So what's going to be interesting here is can they take down the 2 tanks, especially considering both of them have some sort of healing capacity.
Yeah.
They've got the output, they've got the mobility advantage if they can get rid of D.Va.
Oh!
But, okay. They might have this one.
They might have this.
It's going to be interesting. Again, D.Va, as we've noted, is very, very mobile. Basically single-handedly shut down Junkrat.
That shield is so good.
It's so good. But it's going to be a challenge. For sure. They're going to have to do some work. They have no healing now.
But that mech's gonna come off really soon, and they're both at almost full health. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
SBM's gonna have to play real smart here.
Yep. Which is basically, just kind of just try to hit them. You need to wait it out. That's the other thing. Patience is key when you're Flesh D.Va.
Still a long way from that mech coming back.
Oh yeah, big time. Gotta wait. Oh, and Lou just with the patience of a saint.
So now it's 2-1. Red might be able to come back.
Now, if I'm a gambler, though, I don't think Lou could have made that shot on his own. I think that was likely Lou's cat stepping on the keyboard at the right moment.
Kitten help.
Yeah, it was definitely some cat help, if I had to guess. No, Lou, you're great. I love you. All right, so they're not sticking with that same comp. They are switching over to Mei and Soldier. So they've basically got 2 self-healers and then that Junkrat again, just to kind of distract and be obnoxious, which is what Junkrat does best.
It's what Toblix is good at.
Yeah, Toblix is very, very good at being obnoxious. If you've ever had to sit in a Discord with Toblix, yeah. Yes.
They're not. Blue team's not sticking together right now.
No, I don't know what they're quite going for. I think they might be trying to feel out what they're up against. Yeah,
where red team is.
Yeah, because they're gonna get bunched in, and as we've discussed, getting bunched in not good, especially against a comp that has a Junkrat in it.
Yeah,
you can just kind of just feed grenades down there, and there you go. There's SBM is down already. That's all it takes. They're down there. They're being held in on the bottom. I'm a little surprised. All right, this Lou Shib match is going to be interesting. And the Roadhog is down. So it's down to the Jews again. But it's going to be tough. All Junkrat really has to do is just, be slightly annoying.
Yep.
Anna doesn't have quite the damage dealing capability that either of these characters have.
No, but she does have the self-heal, which
she does. And that also does a lot of immediate burst damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that healing debuff, I mean, it's not as big of a deal here, but it can really.
It basically nukes Lou's ability to recover.
I think Lou is having cat problems.
Lou might be having cat problems, but Lou also has an ult. So if Lou can solve the cat problem and get that ult off, that's going to be it.
And a really nice move there by Toblix to bounce himself up onto the platform and get right in Anna's face, where she does not have a lot to defend against a Junkrat.
Absolutely not.
I can't pull that.
Blowing themselves
I
up.
can't pull a Junkrat bomb jump yet. Like, it's very, very difficult. That is a pro move.
You definitely gotta time your jump. It's not like a classic rocket jump, because you don't necessarily stare in your feet while you're doing it if you want to be able to fire immediately when you get up. So they are sticking with that same comp on red team. Blue team switching back to Zenyatta.
Heavy heals. Everyone can heal, either self-heal or team heal. Yeah. Not taking any chances.
Yep, and it's a tie now.
Yep,
Red
it is
team
a tie.
has
We have a
come back.
game. We have
Yeah.
a game. Dibs and Lou are being cool AF right now, I would say. They're doing it, even though Dibs
Well, they
died
have a
last.
May on the team, so.
Dibs staying out of range of that hook.
Yep, smart move. That hook's so much longer than I think it is every single time.
Oh, SBM picked off.
SBM is down, so they've got their healer, and they've got Roadhog, though, which is, kind of
Very strong.
very strong. And
Oh!
it's getting tight. It's close quarters. I don't know why Lou dropped that when he did, but actually probably the first time I've ever seen somebody drop a May wall early. And that's
Shit.
it. That is all she wrote. I'm really glad the team game was so long.
Whee!
Hey, Magana, wee!
Play of the game.
Shiva with the play of the game, though. Brand new player, let's remember. Boink. Love it.
And lived with 27 hit points.
That's a good amount of HP to live with. Any amount of HP is a good amount of HP. If you think
Seriously.
about it. Yeah. That was again though, I feel like as we've noted, self heals are good, but self heals are useless if you get killed while you're doing them.
Yep.
So, better to finish a fight and maybe die than take the self heal and die without doing any more damage.
Yeah. So we're just getting set up for the next round here, and I didn't think that Lou and Dibs, cool as fuck, were going to get not only take it back but win.
Well, I mean, the Golden State Warriors were up 3-1, so if you think about it, anything is possible.
I don't follow the logic, but I believe you.
I'm just saying, you can be the best players in the world, and you can be up by a margin that no one has ever come back from, and that doesn't mean it's over. So they came back from a 2-0 deficit there.
Well, that's good. That is
And
good.
especially after losing the round before, I think, that can also, do a little damage to your psyche, especially in a longer round robin format. They've still got three other teams to play, two other teams to play. So that's a major boost. That's a major confidence boost to come back down from 2-0 on that and pull that off.
Okay, our next
we're getting the
matchup
heads
is
up
going-
that it's cool as fudge. Just so to be clear.
Oh, my
Fudge,
bad.
Why would you want fudge to be cool? Hang on,
No,
nobody wants
cool fudge. Dude, have you ever tried to get some fudge out of the box and it just melts?
Yeah.
Definitely cool fudge.
But what about hot fudge? I love hot fudge.
Well, that's a different thing altogether.
It's a better thing. You put it on ice cream and it rules.
So we're going to be getting into the next match very shortly, and it is going to be Live for Your Reinhardt versus Devil May's Child, a real juggernaut match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh no. Oh yeah?
Just trying to see what the scores are currently at our scoreboard so far. I don't think.
I believe both of these teams won their first round.
Yes.
They did.
I wish our bracket was just showing what the points are.
It is showing points.
Ooh.
Yeah. I wish it was showing a tally though. So I
And-
could be like
Yet.
I don't know.
And yet.
Yes. So I'll have to do some paper math at some point. Because this bracket isn't actually showing me who's up right now. So it looks like we have so far into the tournament we have a 3-way tie between Devil May's Child, Live for Your Reinhardt, and Lou and Dibs. So yeah, this will be a very interesting match.
It'll be that good.
Okay.
Let's see what we
Yes, the points are
Yeah.
at the bottom, below the bracket. You are correct, Circadian Wolf, as you often are.
Oh, are they?
got. I thought it was all made up, but the points don't matter.
It
Well,
is
no,
all
the
made up,
points are-
and the points don't matter,
Don't
but they
matter.
do show who's won a match.
Oh, okay.
I'm wise to your game. Okay. All right.
Okay, awesome. Thank you. Okay. Looks like both teams are ready, so we're gonna get into our next match.
Arriving at Eagle Point, Antarctica.
Now, this isn't Watch Point Gibraltar at all.
Yeah. See, it's Watch Point Gibraltar is very sneaky. You never know when it's gonna just jump in.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a real surprise pick.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, I'm looking at the teams here, and I'm not seeing too many surprise picks.
Yeah.
These are definitely both really, really solid comps. We've sung Slime's praises before. Is his ability with a as a
gun.
widow and whatnot. Yeah, with the gun. Slime's real good. You know what? Slime's real good with a gun if you give him one. But specifically with point and shoot hit scan characters like McCree, like Widow. But there we go. There's the first back and forth hook.
Whoa! Bill the cat down already. Also, dinosaurs down already. So our hogs are slaughtered.
We've traded hogs.
Yeah. I believe the term used last time AC was a pork buffet, and I feel like that's roughly what we're at. I feel like I went to a real old Texas barbecue, and McCree is here, so I mean, who knows?
Both Fiona and Slime are doing great health-wise just because of that Mercy heal.
Love
So good for this. So good.
Now the trick is going to be using that ice wall to separate the two of them, and then Zenyatta coming in from behind. Oh.
Whoa, that was filthy.
That was dirty. I was. So rude. So rude, and yet also kind of humorous for me.
Yeah. The Slime with that last final second of the match ult just to stand over somebody's dead body. That's wow.
That's BM.
People,
That's BM. Let's be real.
Yeah, and like people still teabag in 2017 when you could be doing that. So maybe reconsider. Just saying, class it up a little bit. Class it up by saying I don't need this charge.
Because they really early aggressive again. Build a cat down as Roadhog, but Dinosaur's still surviving.
It's a little different this time. They've got their full heals too.
Blue team going with group heals.
Smart move.
3-2 is gonna be interesting if they can't get a pick soon.
Yep.
On red team on the blue team.
Yep.
They might win this.
Yep. It's gonna be no, and Slime is down, so it's just Mercy. But if Fiona can live long enough, and maybe nope, never mind. I was gonna say I've seen reses get pulled off before, and that would be something if you could keep your distance. But that's not what happened.
So this time only half of a hog's bottom, and the other team pulled it out.
Yep.
Mercy is really problematically immobile if there are no players for her to fly to.
Yep. Yeah. That's no good. All right, Fiona switching from Mercy to Sim, which worked for them previously. Really, really well. Those Sim picks worked really, really well. So we'll see how they spin this one.
The people to focus on again are the hogs.
Yep. Usually you want to pay some attention to hogs.
Fiona is going as Symmetra this time around.
Point.
Dinosaur got that early hook, and Dinosaur's
Almost goes down, but both hogs live.
Both hogs are still alive.
Pig Watch 2017.
Oh, what a perfectly timed barrier. Oh, dang, and then a double.
Two people down.
That's okay. All right, well, it's down to Coax. We'll see how this goes. It's gonna be a tough sell. If Coax can get ult, then that's gonna do wonders. But the trick is gonna be actually getting that ult.
He's at 44%. I'm not seeing it.
I don't know if he can do it. If he can get a couple kills, if he can get a kill on one of them. But yeah, that shield is going to be huge. Bingo. That's it. Dropping a laser and it's over.
Score. What? Prepare.
Beautiful pincer attack. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Select your hero.
All right, let's see what they do. Same strat from red team. Devil Maze Child.
They're sticking with it.
Yep, worked for them real well. Coax switching over to okay, completely different except for Dino. They have completely changed it up.
We're gonna see a Symmetra battle.
I do love me a good Symmetra battle.
However,
Slime is still using that frickin' American McCree that I don't have, and I hope he dies for that reason.
Digi Unicorn going with Anna, very strong healer.
Wow.
Oh,
Built with a
Dinosaurs
hook.
is down.
That changed. That's different. Oh, wow.
Wow. Wow.
Right
Whoa.
in. Brutal.
I didn't even see what happened. What happened?
Well, so the quick layup there was that it panned out really, really well. So Fiona used that Symmetra shield to guard against a hook coming from Dino, which, as we discussed, that hook does do some damage. So got that, dodged all addition. So that mean nobody did any extra damage to build a cat when he got his hook in on Dino, yanked him in, and they all DPS that Roadhog immediately. Flipped
Nice.
around, and then they kind of split up from there. Slime went around to that other back door, and just was kind of picking them off upstairs. It was actually just beautifully synced. It was something to watch. It was one of those not that they're the villains in this situation, but you know how sometimes in the feel good sports movies, the team is doing okay.
I really want to know where you're going with this.
Yeah, same.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
The villain team kicks it in real hard out of nowhere, and they just crush him in the third quarter, and it was that, except there was no happy ending. It was just absolutely suddenly laser-focused murder.
Oh, okay.
What I'm saying is Slime is the New York Yankees because he has that stupid fucking costume that I want.
Wow, so rude.
A pretty rude dude, more like.
Exactly, and that's the end of our second round of matchups, and it looks like I still can't tell who's winning at all.
Devil May's Child pulling into the lead with 6
Yes.
points with 2 wins in both of their matches.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna head into our third round of matchups, and it's gonna be Leftovers and Pheromone, and we're just gonna get the game set up real fast. How are you guys feeling so far?
I'm
with,
feeling
with
pretty
this
good
tournament?
about this. I'm feeling grumpy about Slime, but I always feel grumpy about Slime because he's got the skins I want.
He's so good. He's so good.
He's also really good.
He's also really good.
He's also real good. But no, I've seen that from just about everyone though, and I think the thing to note is that we've seen tremendous comebacks from all teams so far. We've seen a team come back from down 2-0. Lou and Dibs, our cool AF, came back down 2-0. That's not something you see every day. So it's definitely been back and forth. And as much as I love to tease Slime, I don't think there's any one player who can single-handedly carry a 3v3. And I really like that. I don't like that when you're playing with randoms and the one guy insists that he can carry the team by himself, and then when he doesn't, he gets mad about it. But in this setting we've got right here, we're seeing just really close games. I think we've only seen one blowout so far. I think we only saw one 3-0, and I believe that was
Who was it?
Reinhardt's first round against Pheromone. If I'm looking back over my notes correctly, Livfreer Reinhardt's first round against Pheromone was a very, very strong blowout. But other than that, we haven't seen anything along those lines, and it's going to be interesting to see if that keeps up. We've had a lot of back and forth.
Yeah. So we have the game set up. It's Leftovers versus Pheromone. Should be also really good. Another almost European tete-a-tete, as it were. So
last time, both of these teams, their respective rounds, Leftovers was a team that Lou and Dibs came back against, and Pheromone did not play last round, so they haven't played since Livfreer Reinhardt gave them a bit of a shellacking. So I think both of these teams have a lot to prove and a lot that they want to kind of just shut the other team down. So I'm expecting a lot of aggression here, to be honest, and that's exciting.
Okay. I'm just tweeting again.
Excellent.
Let people know that we're here.
Got to keep that brand interaction up. It's very important. Love my brands.
It looks like both teams are ready. SBM saying they're about to go offline, though, because they're going to get #wrecked. Strong trash talk today.
Strong trash talk. I'm not sure.
Good trashing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that might come back to bite him, to be honest. We'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Okay, I think we are ready to go.
Both teams appear ready to go. Gorbel says target acquired.
Arriving at Eagle Point, Antarctica.
Let's see what we
Prepare
get.
for battle. Select your hero.
I just realized, I noticed this about Eco Point Antarctica just now, that the flag is the Overwatch flag, which I guess means that in the Overwatch universe, they have colonized Antarctica.
You know, some
And
places
we're the
just
ones
have
who want
flags,
it.
right?
Yeah.
Like the
what do
Boy
you
Scouts have a flag, and they haven't colonized. They haven't colonized like all of
Yes,
the
but my
campsites.
point is that Numbani, right, has the Indian flag, and Dorado has a Mexican flag attached to it. So Eco Point Antarctica has a flag attached to it.
Because
do
the
all the other
Eco
countries.
Point, is property of Overwatch.
It's
Just okay. I see. You're just trying to drive
Anyways,
this
there-
Eco Point home. That
yeah. I really hope that you don't.
Okay, let's.
Things. Anyway, so Gorbals is in fact manning fair right now. We've got a strong pharmacy right out the gate. So we saw that at the end of last game, and it didn't look like it paid off super well for them. But Gorbals going for it again. We do know he plays a nasty, nasty Pharah. Strong traditional comp on the other side from the leftovers.
Anna, Anna Soldier, Roadhog, good strong comp.
Mm-hmm. But we'll
Lot
see how
of
this is
damage.
going. A lot of flying right now. Zarya going off as a sort of flank on their own. And they didn't see it coming. Peeked in, got a quick little hit in there. It was nice. Trying to do their best. The Jews is separated from the rest of the group. Not sure that's the best move right now, because that Mercy damage boost on those rockets is it's gonna hurt. Oh, and
Oh!
there goes Hermie.
That hook is sick.
The hook will bring you back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I've made that joke at
That-
least
yeah,
like 5 times recently.
yes,
It's
you
been
have.
really bad. It's really it's kind of a free joke. I wouldn't say I'm like proud of it, but
Well, I wouldn't
I'm
want to
not.
pay for it. Maybe I'd
I-
pirate it.
yeah. All right. That's fair. That's fair. All right, we've got a strong tank battle going on right now, but
It's-
leftovers have all their players still.
This is
And
not going to be
Pharah
end
Mains
well.
does not have a Pharah. Just as Zarya.
ooh, blocking that hook, but Gwenarden's
Very
in the
good,
middle
very
of it.
good, Very good, very good.
Oh,
Very bad, very bad, very bad.
News is pronounced noose, by the way. Or
news.
news. I would like to
News.
just shout out, since we're in between rounds of this match, thank you very much to Idle Thumbs, which is this community's tournament, being hosted by this community's tournament, for hosting us. I really appreciate it. That is awesome.
Oh, are they? Oh,
Yes.
that's really cool. Thank
They
you guys.
are?
Yes.
What?
They just
Oh,
started
wow.
hosting.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shib, that was a really nice hook.
That was a real good hook. We have to
That
cuss
was
less
good.
now, I think, right? Is that how it works?
No, we have to
Now-
cuss
now
way
I-
more. Cuss way more.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we'd really like to thank the Idle Thumbs main channel for re-hosting us. It's super
That's
awesome.
kind of cool.
That is cool. That is cool. The Idle Thumbs Slack community and forum community are really great. We love them, and we'll probably talk more about them after we get through this round of matchups.
And
Yep.
stop freaking out.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right, so same comp on both sides.
Yes,
Looks like they
yes.
both stuck to an identical composition. They're both going basically for the same strategies we saw last time. They're hanging back. Pharah Mains is hanging back, trying to get some splash damage in there. And ditto on the other side. Nobody really wants to make a push.
So I'm noticing that this match versus the last two matches that we have, they're really keeping their distance. They're not turtling. They're not trying to hide in a corner.
But neither side wants to get caught by the other, is what it
yes.
looks like. I think
They're
they're,
starting to get cautious.
yeah.
Dinosaur's
Yeah, no,
chiding us for talking about video games.
Oh, well, that was a mistake, I guess. All right. Poor jump jet placement. That can be really, really bad. There's a dog around. That's important. I do love me a good dog.
Yes, the
what
mailman
is-
is here, and it's very, very stereotypical.
Okay.
It looks like News is not
They've been-
moving.
They've been pushed back. Yeah, News looks kind of frozen in place right now. Oh,
Okay,
nope.
okay,
There he goes.
Maybe a little bit. Yep, there he goes. Okay, we're good. Woo! Crisis averted.
Missing some hooks. They're keeping their distance from Shibboleth trying to hit
Definitely
those
but
hooks.
They've pushed them back big time, and that's a big advantage for Farah because all of that splash damage can hit now. They're going to get at least some damage every single time, and it's going to be a tough one. Mercy with them heals. Mercy with them heals and that damage boost. Are they going to try to come around the other side? No. What do we got? All right. Both teams are revealed. No one has died. This has gone on for a while. Oh, and Farah's coming in from behind. Let's see what we get here. Hermie does almost have a charge. Man versus administered. And there we go. That's our first res. And it could go well or it could go poorly. All right, Gorbals also has ult, so let's remember that. So let's see if doesn't get a chance to use it.
Red team's 2 players down with the Mercy.
Oof. So the question is, can Hermie just like hang on? No, is the answer. The answer is no.
That was a great match.
That was a very nice round.
Honestly,
News had to get the door.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah, sometimes the dogs want to get the door, so I feel you, man.
Yeah, sometimes you just, life finds a way. And you gotta get the door.
It's all chaos theory.
Yeah, it's all okay. Yeah, that's a good thing to blame. Gorbals this time, okay. Pheromones is not going for that same comp. Leftovers definitely is, but we've switched over to 2 tanks on the other side. Hermie now playing Pharah.
We have the shields from Zarya. We have self heals from Roadhog, which might help given that the blue team does have Anna, who is a very strong healer.
Definitely working out for them already. Noose is down. So let's see how this holds up for them. They're gonna have to. They really want to get, I think, SBM out of the way as fast as possible.
Oh, absolutely.
I think that's probably their primary course of action. Because as long as Shiv is still alive, or as long as rather SBM is still alive, they're not going to be dealing any long-term damage.
Just so much damage.
They
coming
are
on
going
here from Red
in
team.
right now. Oh yeah, they are just absolutely laying into them. They are pushed into that back corner. All right. Yeah, they're healed up. They've got splash damage everywhere too, so they're going to try to come around the other side. Let's see if they anticipated it. Oh, they missed the hook. All right, let's see. Oh. All right, they're split up. Definitely a good time to make a push on Anna. Or Roadhog first. All right, it's going to be, so it's down to just the Anna. They've got all of them. I don't think Anna has the damage output to take on any of these characters, really.
No.
Indeed. That'll do it. All right. Can Pheromones come back?
We saw it happen with Lou and Dibs.
I mean, we did see it happen with Lou and Dibs, and I think that's also, that win was huge for Pheromones, because let's remember, they got shut out before, so now having this win under their belt, that's good. That is a good feeling. They immediately hard lock back into the same team.
Yeah. This is one of the most interesting matchups I think we've seen so far. Just
Definitely.
really strong play.
Definitely. The Zarya shields are even if they don't necessarily, I mean, you get the obvious boost if they do boost Zarya's damage, but I think it's so interesting to see that they're also using them just as a hook deterrent.
Oh, absolutely. Like, that's very, very smart.
That's the real deal breaker here that I'm seeing. Not necessarily just a boost for Zarya's damage, but to cancel out the hook. Oof.
Basically, they're doing a really good job. Roadhog is covering a lot of ground, and he's got those shields. He's very squishy.
Let's speak of the hook. There we go.
Whereas Hermie as Fair are just providing a lot of air cover. Dang. Warded it down early.
All right, so they don't have that hook protection anymore, so we're going to see how this goes. It's going to be interesting. They've still got both their healers over on blue team. So they're going to have to be really careful with hook placement and not letting Hermie get snatched out of the sky. That's going to be tough. Hermie has no way of healing or mitigating any damage right now. Bonk, bonk, bang. All right. Here we go. Fair remains. Fortunately taking the L. Out of the sky. Nice visual, though, when you think about it.
Yeah. And Muse, the play of the game.
Muse.
That thriller. Oh, right here at the end.
Just got to push that damage in.
Doink.
You got it.
I mean, or you could just not show it. That's fine.
Yeah.
Thanks, Overwatch.
Understandable. I get it. Sometimes that's the kind of. I don't know if that's better or worse. If it's like, oh, you don't want to see this, and it's like, oh, it's kind of rude. I don't know if I was playing. I think I'd be tough enough to be like, oh no, I took that L. All right, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what happens.
Okay, and our next matchup is going to be Lou and Dibs are cool as Fudge versus Lefree or Reinhardt. So we'll get that set up real quick.
Roll fast.
Yeah.
So as we're setting this up, would like to take the time to say we kind of threw it in there right in the middle, but everybody that is playing right now is part of the Idle Thumbs community, and it. As we're being hosted by the Idle Thumbs Twitch channel right now, thank you so much for the exposure. We really appreciate it. So everyone here is a member of the Idle Thumbs community. Idle Thumbs is a community where people like video games, but also like doing other stuff too. And it's just a very welcoming community where everyone has come together based on one particular thing, but very diverse and broad community that welcomes everybody. We have this is the second tournament, Overwatch tournament, that we've put on. There is a game jam community. There are role playing and meetup communities and just all kinds of different stuff. And I highly recommend it. And then if you do ! Thumbs, that is a link to the forums, which is where all of this stuff is organized and put together. It is awesome. It is one of the best communities on the internet, maybe the best one. I don't know. You can fight about it, but we don't fight, so we won't fight about it.
Only in Overwatch. You only fight in Overwatch.
That's how you show your true colors.
Yeah.
Specifically blue or red. Those are the colors that you are allowed to pick.
Yeah, Idle Thumbs is a really great community, a really great forum, a really great Slack chat. I've met so many great people here. We do so many things together. It's a lot of fun, and everybody should get to experience. And you can do cool stuff like this tournament as well.
Yeah,
it's awesome. And
yeah, it's
we love it.
Great. I mean, I'm trying to think. We are coming up. Oh gosh, it's February, so in about 3 months, we will have hit the 1 year anniversary of Overwatch, which is crazy to think about. This game's almost been out for a year. And again, it was probably my favorite game that came out last year, and I never would have played it if it wasn't for, playing it with other people in this community. So if you want to talk about, a community that will introduce you to new things that you maybe wouldn't have played otherwise, kind of expand your horizons a little bit, and just be a general cool group of people to hang out with, online and offline. It's probably one of the best places you could be.
Yeah, some people have in the last couple of weeks met up in person, right?
Yeah,
I think a couple of people have done that. It's pretty awesome. Hey, are there people here that you would be willing to meet in real life? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it looks like both teams are ready, so we are ready to get the next match started. Lou and Dibs are cool as fuck versus Live Free or Reinhardt.
Fudge.
Shit. Fuck.
Some people that I would love to meet in real life are that kitten. Aw.
Oh, yeah.
That kitten, though.
Yeah, Lou's kitten is pretty top tier.
Aw, Slime, you're the best one.
So it looks like Lou and Dibs are cool as Fudge are possibly going as a little bit of a chaos comp again with that Junkrat.
Yeah.
Whereas Live Free or Reinhardt is going with the Roadhog, May, Zenyatta,
traditional comp. Yeah, low, a lot of squishy characters for Lou and Dibs. But I mean that paid off for them in a huge way last time. So.
Yeah, no tank whatsoever for Lou and Dibs.
Definitely an interesting choice, but I guess the thought process being if you can put the damage on them real hard, we'll see what happens. Lou is low, but is healing up now, which is good.
Reinhardt trying to split them up, but that huge damage from Toblix is just splitting them up and taking them down.
Roasted May. All right, we'll see what we got. They're all full life. Oh, and Anna has knocked down Roadhog. Toblix is,
debuffed.
and
Oh!
jeez Wheeze.
Whoa!
The combo there.
Blue
Just
and
very-
Dib, cool as fudge, just slammed a jam.
I mean, they did say at the start of this round that they would like their team to be renamed Lou and Dibs are pro as fudge.
Unfortunately, they should have talked about that before the tournament started. We cannot accept any late submissions.
No, not going to work.
Yes, a really nice sleep to pin Reinhardt down, or excuse me, Roadhog down, so that he could also be debuffed, and then the wombo combo to get him from both sides and take him down.
That wombo combo. All right, let's see what they're doing. All right, Dinosaurs has switched over on the other side to Diva, and we've also got Soldier on the other side as well. So they shifted up a little bit. All we've had changed on the other side is we went from Anna to Zarya.
To Dibs, yeah.
To Dibs.
Yeah, Dibs is a new hero that hasn't released yet. We've got a special preview build through all of AC's dope connections.
But does have amazing hair.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, gluten-free.
Whoa!
Yeah. I can't make any more jokes about Dibs because now this is real. We'll see.
Dinosaurs is out of the mech, but that'll sew it up for.
Yep. But
for
you
Red
know,
Team.
in a beautiful way, they all just ended up lying next to each other, and Toblix with the
Whoa!
EZ.
Even though he lost. I guess he's saying that he was easy to kill.
I don't know. I think that was they were saying it was a freebie. All right, Lou gonna go for a sniper. We've got a Widow. We have a Widow. That worked out well for them last time too, as I recall.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're sticking to characters they know have worked, although, you know, albeit in kind of unorthodox comps.
It can work if you have a sniper like Widowmaker, but you've got a heavy front end with the Junkrat and the Roadhog. She can just pick them off while they're too busy dealing with the Roadhog.
Yeah, as a kind of distraction character, especially
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially if you think about, I'm just realized, I was like, oh, duh, from the perspective of having that Junkrat there, too, just as a way to force people out of corridors, because you can't afford to take the damage that Junkrat can dole out. It's working for them so far. Again, although, Dibs gonna eat it? We're not sure. Dinosaur's definitely chasing him down. All right, they are down their tank, so it's gonna turn into a bit of a sniper versus
Everyone else
little
battle.
situation. Yeah. It's gonna see if they can get Dino down. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah,
Lou's gonna have to exercise a lot of patience and gonna have to hope that the cat behaves.
Yeah, and it's really hard for Diva to get back her mech in 3v3 because you're just not shooting away enough health to charge up your ult fast enough.
This is gonna be tough.
This
All
is
right.
gonna be a
Oh,
little
what a
bit
perfectly timed ice block by Coax.
People also really underestimate the amount of damage that Diva's gun does as well.
Her light gun? Yes, absolutely. It's a huge deal breaker. All right, Lou on the run. Lou's got it. Lou did not got it. Woo! Oh, Toblix again, just not saying an easy life there, which I don't know if I can confirm that I don't think life is easy for anybody these days. In this uncertain climate. Although I guess Toblix is, over in
A place where there's democracy.
yeah, a place where okay. Anyways, so we're seeing a similar comps picked on both sides right now. Dibs is now playing a straight-up healer, which is an interesting play. He's going to have to do his best to keep Lou alive.
Which is hard. Well,
which
nope.
is not
Lou's
happening. Lou is down, but so is Dino, so tanks are down on both sides.
We're
And
missing
it's
a
gonna
hog on
be-
both sides.
Yep, both sides are hog-free. The pork has been pulled from the situation, if you will. All right, so this is going to be, I think, a lot of those damage-boosted grenades from Toblix right now are just going to be outlandish. Oh, and exactly what Mei needs to do. Exactly what they needed from Mei.
Mei got herself in between the other two characters on the other side and was able to pick off Mercy.
Yep. So now it's a matter of can Toblik stay alive long enough and not get frozen?
We've seen a lot of really great May play in this tournament.
I'm so glad. I know people are grumpy about May a lot of the time, but I'm so glad that she ended up where she is now. I remember when the game first launched, May was considered definitely one of the weaker characters, and that has changed so much, and I'm delighted.
Liv Free or Reinhardt wins. That I mean, but this was a really great matchup in general.
It was very strong on both sides, and it was really. It's always nice to see 3v3 matches come down to not just tanks. To be honest, we had a lot of that this game. It was a lot of tanks would get taken out early, and then you'd have just these really tense close quarters combats between. All right, less who lands the first hook and more who can trap the other person and pull something off, and that was really good. That ice wall at the very end to split up the Mercy and the Junkrat was just thing of beauty.
Chef kiss.
Yeah, real chef kiss.
Okay, we're gonna get the next game set up.
Let us do it.
Yeah. We're in our 4th round of matchups in our Idle Thumbs Slack Chat Readerwatch 2017 3v3 Triwizard Tournament, coming to you here live on Twitch with my co-casters, Badfinger, as well as a pretty cool dude. It's been a great day.
Having some fun.
It is really nice. And once again, I feel like we should just do this all the time because I feel like literally every time we run these tournaments, I look outside and it's like completely clear skies. It's super great. So although, well, yes, I think last time it was super sunny too. At one point we were playing recently and it was raining, but that was different. Doesn't count in my metaphor. For symbolism.
Okay, we're just getting the teams set up right now.
Mm-hmm. We'll see what we got.
Yeah.
That's really exciting. I'm honestly so glad that 3v3 has kind of evolved the format that it is. It's really good now. Again, we've talked a lot about how well structured Eco Point Antarctica is.
Yeah.
Flags and everything aside, and I'm really hoping as I sit here on the main menu and stare at Year of the Rooster, I'm hoping so much that we get a true CTF map because I do love CTF. It's always been one of my favorite modes. I think Overwatch has so much potential, but it really doesn't work on Lijiang Tower. It just does not. It's structured in such a way that I feel like the map, it needs its own map, and they need to slightly tweak the rules. But I'm so hopeful that we can have something like this for CTF one day. And I'm so hopeful that, I don't know, somehow magically I can cast and play at the same time, but I don't know.
Hey, you can always narrate yourself.
That would be...
I mean, it's basically just that's what people call streaming.
I kid, but I am so hopeful that a good CTF environment will spring up around this too. I think it's really awesome how Overwatch has taken so many different modes of classic FPS and made them work so well. So, anyways, who do we got here? It looks like we've got a Live Free or Reinhardt versus the Leftovers.
Yes, yeah,
yep. Reinhardt, fresh off of their taking the last match, are going to jump right into this match. It's just how the Robin rounds out.
How the Robin has rounded.
Yeah, I mean, will we see some Overwatch fatigue setting in for Live Free or Reinhardt versus the ever fresh Leftovers?
I hope not.
That's gonna be a tough one. I think they're gonna be okay. I think they can push through. I think if they lose, it's mostly going to be because dinosaurs just couldn't have the same icon as Coax and Digi-Unicorn.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But
I know
it is some good
that
Reinhardt.
That sounds harsh. But if he wants, he can come, say it to my face. So, let's see how it goes.
It looks like Leftovers are touting their supremacy of being able to not only be ready in normal circumstances, but also able to survive an AFK.
Ooh, that's a little harsh. That's a little tense. I don't know.
People throwing shade.
Yeah. I think we're ready to go for both teams, though.
Arriving at Eagle Point, Antarctica. Prepare for battle. Select your hero.
See what we get here. Both sides. Immediate hog locks, and it looks like Team Reinhardt, Live Free or Reinhardt, is going for that same similar May Hog Zen comp that we've seen a whole bunch. And on the other side, Leftovers going for the classic Anna Soldier Hog. So let's see what we get. We got a wave high. Looked like from coax there, although I was up in the sky, so I couldn't see exactly where it came from. Let's see what we get here. All right, they're both in the room on...
Oh, that cross hook!
Oh!
That cross hook!
Cross hook, beautiful, but coax immediately with the ice block to save it. One hog down, one hog still up. Let's see what we get here. Oh, Digunicorn coming out at an interesting point in time. And gone.
Oh,
okay.
Cannot do 1v1 versus a Roadhog as a Zenyatta.
Does not
gonna work.
Just doesn't work. Just doesn't work. I mean, maybe if you already had a Discord orb and a fully charged right click, and I mean, this is a lot of variables. And that's it. That is all she wrote.
Leftovers taking the first round. Jeez.
Yeah, you were talking fatigue, and it's possible. I don't know. That could be a lot of.
That was a really good hook.
Yeah,
it was a really
that was
good
so
hook.
good. Like, that's what you can do with the open spaces in this 3v3 map. Although I'm glad they did fix Roadhog's hook.
Yeah.
Because I've seen it clip through terrain on this map, and that's not very fun.
It sure as heck has. Switching over to D.Va. Now, the one thing I've noticed is that all of our teams so far, none of them... Okay, well, I speak of the devil and I'll eat my words. Leftovers seem to be waiting a little bit, but nobody seems to be waiting for the other team to come to them. I know that, I've seen that a lot recently, because it's such a sound thing that you can wait and hear the other team coming.
Yeah.
And we're seeing a lot of just, until this round, other people to kind of just charging at each other. And Dino is out of the suit.
That's what I was talking about before. That's why I hate D.Va against a Roadhog. It just, he can peel you out so fast. Yeah, I don't hate D.Va. I don't hate D.Va, my precious daughter.
I was so confused. Dino's ultimate is charging, so that's good.
But, oh, wow. The Leftovers are already down to one person.
Yeah, it got hustled in a hurry. They made that comeback. That switch to D.Va worked really, really well for them.
Yes.
So Dinosaurs baited out that hook, took it, but because you can hop out of the mech, they were able to focus their damage onto the Roadhog while it was happening.
Oh!
Oh!
Saucy move! Saucy move! Like a I don't know if I'd say it's like that saucy, like maybe like a ragu at best, but
like a nice bolognese, a little meaty, a little saucy.
Yep.
A little weird.
Not too thick.
Dinosaurs picking Widowmaker. That is a move we haven't seen outside of Lou and Dibs.
Yep. I think Dino's got the confidence in his skills, which is good. I do like that. And they're all up in that one side right now.
News is already down.
That was that's again though. I mean, that was the advantage of the Widow pick, I guess, is if you can get that headshot on just about any character other than Roadhog, they're done for. So, and they are just chasing down SBM right now, who is still alive.
Oh!
Not anymore. 2 for 1.
Oh!
All right.
The two teams kind of fence with each other, but then when it splits up into, they're each having individual battles, or they're picking teams or something, it can be really chaotic to follow. So
yeah.
And you blink and you miss two. I mean, 2 people split up and they get 2 kills at the same time. You're really only watching one of them. All right. Okay, they've gone back to the traditional comp over on Live Free or Reinhardt with 3 healing characters, and meanwhile on the other side we've got Zarya again. Zarya's making a lot of appearances.
She's so good with those shields.
Yeah.
Very good in tight close quarters.
We've got some back and forth between our long-range Maze and
They're playing very conservatively. I
Zens,
think
but
the
yeah.
last couple of matches have sort of shown them where their weaknesses are from a strategy aspect.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. People trying to. I think also a lot of people just realizing that that hook is just the worst thing,
It is.
and
It is,
everyone's
like-
really trying to stay out of the range of that hook, because then that happens,
Yeah.
and you get pulled away from your team. Everything happens, and boom, like that on the other side.
Dinosaurs down.
We've seen a lot that it's not the first hook that takes it; it's the second hook. It's
It
the
really
better
is.
hook rather than the faster hook.
Because
Yeah.
if you get you get the damage from the hook, and if you can get the stun and everything, like it can work wonders for you. All right, let's see what happens here. Oh, perfect, gone, and gone.
Whoa.
Oof, a sound 3-0.
Score. 2. Prepare for battle.
Just watching all three people like slowly converge. It was kind of just like, oh. All right.
I love it when you kill Zenyatta, all of his balls fall to the ground.
Yeah.
And so this is again a very contentious match. We are tied up 2-2. How are they going to switch it up for the last match?
Well, they've moved off of May, and they're going to Soldiers, so they're going for that hit scan.
And
so
for those heals.
heals, hit scan, DPS. I mean, there's a lot to love about Soldier. But
He's the full package.
yeah, it really is. But I mean, then sometimes Dino just gets the hook
Shibboleth
just
down.
right. Yep. And that's the power of if you can get that Discord orb on as well. Oof, it's a tough sell.
Lipri and Reinhardt got fully healed up even after just the one pick from the other team because they knew that they need to go in. They need to go in strong, even if the other team is down one.
Oh yeah, they're going in. All
They're
right.
all in.
They are, yeah. They're just not. Oh, but
Ooh.
SBM is potentially not useful anymore in a solo sense, unless I guess to get away. But SBM's almost got ult. Not super
helpful.
useful
Yeah.
in the sense of just one character and Zenyatta, but I guess is a run away real fast, kind of scoot out and
Ooh.
heal up like that after you take out a
Coax
character.
got way too aggressive. He said, I can just go and take him out, and he ended up in a one-on-one situation, which has allowed SBM to pull it back to 1 versus 2.
We'll see how it goes. All right. They might. Oh, we'll see. They're going to
This
wait
is
it out?
gonna be
I wouldn't wait it
interesting.
out. It's going to be.
Is SBM going to be the better sniper?
Because that's really what it comes down to, I think. Unless, if SBM gets hooked, that's it. So we'll
he
see
needs
how
to
it
know
goes.
where where Roadhog is at all times.
Pretty
Yes,
much.
Absolutely. He cannot get within 30 yards of that dude.
Yeah.
And Dinosaurs
All right.
has the high ground. They're too close. He dodges the hook.
Oh, he's running, but
Oh, and that's it. What a tense match.
yeah, that was real nail biter.
Yeah. Whew.
Woo! Whew.
Play of
A,
the
s-
game.
a s- spicy pork boy. Spicy po' boy? I don't know.
Yeah, the pork po' boy.
Look at that. Just filthy. Just a dirty, dirty boy. Oh.
Ooh. We're just seeing some great plays today. I'm really loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
No.
I think my favorite complete non sequitur related to Overwatch, although I do hope Pusha T plays Overwatch, is that apparently Pusha T of Clips wrote that lick, and that's still my favorite rumor, potentially true rumor. I don't know.
Mhm.
I choose to believe it is. The same man who wrote Virginia also did that.
So it looks like right now we have a it looks like Livry and Reinhardt and Devil May's Child are up.
Tied, yeah.
Tied?
Looks
Up?
like, yeah.
No, wait a minute. I
Nope.
don't know how that works.
So Live Free or Reinhardt has now played 4 matches and they are 3-1. So that is the
Okay.
the top that they can get at the moment. So they have played all of their matches. Devil May's Child still has 2 matches to go, but they currently have not lost. So if they can sweep it, they will have a chance to come out on top. But we do have a standard. We do have a standard set. We have 3 matches won by Live Free or Reinhardt.
Okay. So the next matchup that we're going with is going to be Devil May's Child versus Pheromane. Also going to be really, really tense. I think it'll be interesting to see.
That's going to be that's definitely going to be an interesting thing. We've got Devil May's Child kind of, from what I understand, really wants this win, like real hard. But Pheromane is also hungry. They are hungry individuals. So if I was to equate them to an animal, I would equate them to a hippo, and I would say they're hungry hippos.
I was gonna say like wolves, but yeah, that also makes sense too.
No, definitely like little balls, and you have to slam the little button to get as many as you can.
Weird.
In this metaphor, the balls are the kills. They're all the balls that Zenyatta drops to the ground when you kill him.
Yes, exactly.
See what I'm doing? Yeah. Brought it back. Tied it all together. We're good. We're good now.
We're good.
All right. So Devil May's Child has 2 more. Pheromane has 2 more. Let's see what we get.
Okay, so we've got some gamesmanship going on in the chat. Chiboleth and Leftovers, I believe, are going to be betting all of their points on the next round to try and make up as many points as possible. And that is a bold strategy, except for the fact that I don't know what he's talking about.
I believe what he wants to do is he wants to take his 3 points and wager them in addition to the 3 points they would get from winning. So that they would get either sum total 9 points or no points.
Interesting. That's a bold strategy. Unfortunately, Challenge doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
No. Also, that's not how tournaments work.
Yes.
If they were, I would be at Evo every year, and also I think Evo would be more illegal. Devil May's Child has decided to go for Icon Unity.
Year of the Rooster.
Year of the Rooster, Icon Unity across all 3, and that could be. Pheromane doesn't have that advantage anymore.
Yeah, exactly. It looks like both teams are ready to play, so we'll just get set up real fast, and then we'll be ready to go.
Make it happen. Spicy meatball. Let's see what we get. Is Slime going to go for McCree right out the gate? We still have not seen Slime pick Widow, but he picked McCree, so I was kind of right. Fiona also hard locking to Symmetra again. All right, very similar to comp to the same one that Devil May's Child has done in the past. That's worked for them in the past.
They've found a team that they are comfortable with, and looks like they're going to be sticking to it.
That is fair.
That's a solid choice.
Yeah. Why mess with it if it works? Maybe mix it up if the team shows you trouble, but otherwise it's a solid first round pick. Meanwhile, Pheromane's going for that gal pals combo. They're just gals being pals. Obviously.
Also, please note that Gorbles is playing on Pharah.
No, Hermie is playing Pharah.
Or excuse me, Gorbles is not playing on Pharah. I apologize. I used the words. I used most of the words right, but I forgot some.
Yeah, you mixed it up.
One day
Slime
I could be
is down.
president.
Slime is down. Slime is. Fiona is down. What the hell?
Pheromanes has decided that it is time to turn on the jets.
There has been a reckoning.
Not sorry for that at all, and I'm really upset that you didn't give me any credit.
Sorry.
We're busy in playing the game. Bill the Cat taking down the mech. Has his ult. He's trying to pin her in the corner.
Kind of working.
But she's getting healed. You don't get that mercy down. That's a ult wasted.
All right. Let's see what we got there. Where's? Oh, and that bomb is available.
Ooh.
No, it is not. She was skin off, and I thought it was a bomb. I was wrong. All right, they're chasing down. That Roadhog survivability was tremendous. I got to give huge ups to Bill for that.
Yeah. They really played that well. That was a lot of vertical mobility on the part of Pharah main with Diva, with Pharah, and with Mercy. They can just stay up in the clouds and just rain terror and
You gotta have, Slime going down early. Again, Slime was their only hit scan character, right?
And then
so
you
Slime
compare
going down as early as he did was, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna hit him with?
Yeah, so you compare the hit scan of Soldier versus the hit scan of McCree. McCree has to be much more accurate, whereas Soldier can pepper damage just by pointing and getting some general hits in.
I think we're seeing the first Pharah air battle of
I
this
think we
tournament.
are. I think it's happening. I think it's happening, but Slime still picking, still sticking, is not pure mirror. Slime's own Roadhog, which can yank a Pharah out of the air. So we'll see if that works out.
But he's gonna have his hands full with that Diva.
Yep. So is this going to be tanks versus tanks, and Pharahs and Mercies versus Pharahs and Mercies? We'll see. It's going to be interesting.
Oh, grounded Gorbals on Mercy.
Gorbals is down.
He is dead. He is dead.
Gorbals is down. Meanwhile, everybody on the other... Oh, Bill is down. All right.
This is going to be an interesting matchup.
It is. Okay. Just Slime.
Oh,
Oh, beautiful save. Didn't pan out at the very end, but oh my gosh.
Whoa.
That knockback, that beautiful knockback from Hermie to get Slime after the hook away from Gordon. It didn't end up panning out perfectly, but that was whew,
Woo.
that was a smart move. That was a really good use of the concussion blast.
A nice round there by Hermie, taking out one character, punching another character right in the face, and almost with a huge save.
Yep. Love me a good punch, but all right. Okay, so same team comps, same stuff. We have a pure rematch. And both teams are 1-1, so this
could be anybody's game.
It could be anybody's game still. Both teams were so close last time that I honestly have a hard time believing that it's gonna like change. We'll see what happens. Already out of the suit on Diva, so that's tough.
Bill getting some hits in, but getting healed up.
Oh, Slime is on fire.
Slime's hook game is on point, but we've seen this happen before. So let's hang on. And but the drive by for Bill the Cat, just swinging overhead like no, no, not in my house.
That was a clean sweep right there.
That was really nice. That was very much an isolate. They picked them apart. They knew what they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing about having Mercy involved in 3v3 is not only do you get that really intense heal throughput, but when she turns on the damage, I mean, that can really make or break, one or two shots that can just turn the tide of the game in 3v3.
Yep, and they have completely changed. They have completely changed over at Pharah Mains. They've completely switched up their strat. We'll see how this goes for them.
Gordon is down already.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that. I thought I like it, but it's a little. They had something that was working, and I kind of wish they had stuck through it. But coming down to Gorbals is Soldier. Now Soldier is the full package. We've discussed this, but it's gonna be
very hard against.
It's gonna be tense, very tense against 3 people. Everyone's fully healed up over here too,
yeah,
so
he's not going to be able to really do enough damage to everybody and not get healed up by Mercy.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. I mean, you've got also the pure advantage of, even if Slime isn't necessarily the most, you've got a Pharah that can run around and see everything and then leave. So they've got just eyes everywhere. There's nowhere really for Mercy. That's Pincer. And oh my gosh, getting out of there.
Whoa, Gorbals needs to really
Gorbals
get
is
Fiona
hustling.
Down. Yeah.
Gorbals needs to. Oh my gosh, Gorbals hanging in there strong. Really love it, but it's gonna be tough. All right.
Oh! Right as he got his ult, Bill the Cat took him down.
Oof. I was saying, I was thinking that ult could have been a tide changer, but definitely didn't want to pop it right away because there are 2 seconds where he has to push the button on his visor. Oh man. Whew.
Another tight
myself
and
down
exciting
after
match.
That was so good. Bill the Cat just had some beautiful shots.
Yeah, those are
There
some
that
very...
is. That was the drive-by. That was it. That was... Oh. Whew.
Ooh,
It's a little
little
warm
hot
in here.
little roasty toasty, a little jalapeno down my throat. Jalapeno is my new slang word for water.
That probably confuses a lot of people.
It does. You know, sometimes you go to the party and you're like, I'd like a couple jalapenos before I start drinking, and they're like, what are you doing with your life?
Spicing it up.
Yeah.
After that fourth round, it looks like now Devil May's Child and Live Free or Reinhardt are tied up with Lou and Dibs are cool as fudge, and Leftovers also with 3 points, and Faramane at the bottom. But we still have 2 more matchups.
So the question now I'm wondering is, are Live Free or Reinhardt? They're out this round. They're done. So they're sitting back and watching the highlights. Do you think they're gonna try to DDoS Devil May's Child?
I don't know. That could be a possibility.
That's
I would
something that
say-
dinosaurs would do.
I would
Yes.
say yes. I think that is definitely a possibility, except
Yeah.
they don't know who to DDoS.
That's true.
That's they're just know that they're probably still calling up a Chinese botnet as we speak. However.
Yeah, definitely. They're working on it. They're getting there. So
Yeah. So fresh off of their win from last round, the matchup now is going to be Leftovers versus Devil May's Child. This should be really interesting. I know we say that every time because it is true.
it's
every
always
time.
it's so it's like, even though I feel, because people keep changing their teams, we saw it in the last round. We saw, consistent Pharah, Mercy, Tank, and then in the last round, just like, well, that didn't work. Let's immediately completely shift gears and move to the combo that they had, the Soldier Reinhardt, I believe, and Anna. And it's just, you went from this kind of one comp to a completely different comp. I'm still waiting on Hanzo and Genji. I feel like these are characters we're missing, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like we need an all Hanzo Genji Reaper team.
Oh God, that sounds horrible.
Yes, that's what we need, and then I'll be satisfied now. But I think that it is interesting to think about all these characters that are so. We talked about this at the gate. Characters that are so important in 6v6 traditional match modes that are just completely non-useful in Eco Point, and useful maybe as a flanker, as a shock for one round, but not really.
Nah, yeah, there's no real flanking places here. I mean, there's obviously back passageways, but a flanker is just going to get picked off. They're going to be a liability to their team. It's just not worth it.
A tracer can be useful sometimes, actually. I've seen some good tracer use if you're really clever and you're trying to flush someone out. A team that has a tracer, a sniper, and a tank can be really good for flushing out. But I mean, your team has to be just. It's such a gamble. It is such a gamble, because if you miss your snipe or your tracer doesn't have a rewind ready, you're down 2 characters, and that can be really tough. So
okay, it looks like both teams are ready, so we're gonna get started here. It's going to be, hang on, I just gotta fill in the team names.
we're almost ready to roll,
but it will be Leftovers versus Devil May's Child.
It will be that for sure, and just straight devil in it. I believe I'm the devil. Yes, featuring Juice Priest. Leftovers not with the same icon. It's going to be a tough.
Well, I mean, I think that fits them pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, they're Leftovers.
Yeah, I guess theoretically, a ragtag band coming together to overthrow the establishment. I don't know. I'll come up with a story for them later.
Good luck.
Listen, pal. I'm not here for your sass. Slime going Widow. There it is. Oh, wow. So, remember how I said completely weird comps? Here it is. We've got our first Sombra, we've got a Widow, and we've got a Symmetra, and I don't think I've ever seen that ever in my life.
I don't know what Sombra's gonna be doing on this map.
My guess is actually if
she can
Bill,
see people through walls.
she can see people through walls, and if she can report to Slime, and Slime has the time, we know Slime plays a good Widow. So both Fiona and Bill are doing kind of, I think, what I said earlier, which is they're going to try to funnel them into Slime's line of sight and see how it goes. But again, if even one person on this team goes down, the whole team kind of falls apart.
It's a house of cards, but they're basically making this map into a house of horrors.
Yeah, I'm looking at the turret placement right now, that they know where everybody is at every time. That's what they're going for. That's a really completely different way of playing this map than we've seen anybody else do so far.
Absolutely. Oh, except Bill the Cat goes down.
Yep, that's the danger of Sombra. Again, nobody on this team can heal. So if they take damage, that damage stays.
Ship is down.
So far, so good.
Fiona with the fucking laser of death from Symmetra. My word.
Lasers.
And even though they lost the first character, they're now up 2-1. It is just news left on his soldier.
Oh, and oh my gosh!
And they
drop
got a
that shield. Oh
generator.
no! So that's a plan. That's a plan and a half. So now, I guess I'm trying to think of the best way for Najuz to play this. I think Najuz wants to stay back, play it safe, avoid Slime, maybe.
Oh!
With a pickoff.
Okay, or that works too. That works really well.
Soldier is going to be walking into
Gonna need to make sure you don't walk into those, and pulls it off.
Wow.
News like a just immaculate rocket placement too. That's the thing. It's so funny. We've talked so much today about Soldier's strength as a hit scan character, but those rockets aren't. But they deal probably like 100 or something. Like
that is
some
a
total.
lot of damage. Yeah, a lot of damage.
You can land those, then. But.
Woo.
Oh wow!
That was a weird match to watch.
Clutching it the heck out, and immediately, Devil Mace Child's like, nah, never mind. Take it back. Didn't work. Tried and true. So we'll see how this goes now, though. But the Leftovers taking that strong win right out the gate.
So we're hogging it up again.
Back to a hog match. It's a hook off.
That does not mean what you think it means.
It does not. It means that.
No, it doesn't mean what you think it means.
Oh. Well, in that case.
Again, I think Symmetra being able to turn this map into a giant
minefield.
Slow down stab field.
Yeah.
All right. So Najuz is doing a lot of interesting, kind of scouting and recon, but they're not all. We haven't had a lot of, I guess team fights, for lack of a better word.
Here we go.
Low on right now. Oh, here we go. Here it is.
Hogs down.
Slime is down. Shivo's down. All right, the hogs are off. And now it comes down to, I think it's going to be interesting placement and everything.
They've got a lot of healing, though.
Yeah.
A lot of healing.
Yeah, they can stay alive for a good long while if they need to, especially with a dedicated healer like Anna, who's, you're not wondering. Najuz has ult, and we know that that's worked for them in the past. I don't know if Najuz knows that they have ult. They're not using it. There we go!
Oh, there we go!
There it is!
We go.
Bang, bang! My baby shot me down. The baby in this case was news. Not Nancy Sinatra.
I'm actually surprised that you can build up ults in 3v3, but that would if you couldn't, that would completely negate Diva, just because of her suit.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, it makes sense. I mean, the thing is, it's such a central part of who a character is.
Yeah.
And there are ults that, we've seen that are useful, and there are ults that are not. Zenyatta. Oh, correct. Shibo did want to make this worth 6 points. That's not going to happen.
It's a great suggestion, but
yeah, it's not how it's going.
I've taken it under consideration, and I'm going to ignore it.
Yeah. Yep.
And Shib is the first to go down, getting hooked in and taken out.
Ego.
Oh, Bill the Cat is sleeping, taking a fucking nap.
Taking a nap. Oh man. It's close. Everybody's fully healed up. Fiona's doing a tremendous job as Mercy right now, keeping everybody topped off. And boy,
Oh, News out.
wow, tremendously aggressive play. Working out really well for them. SPM
And getting
caught from
pincered.
the other side. Oh,
And that will do it. Tying up the match.
yeah.
So we go to round
No.
5.
Prepare
No,
for battle.
it's 2-1.
Select
We're going to
your
round 4.
Oh, it's 2 to 1.
Slime
I'm
with
sorry.
Trash talk right back at Shiba. That's usually what happens when you say something like, "Man, I win the most points." No, usually that's not how this goes at all. Slime was not having any of your sass. All right,
Did use a smiley face emoji as is required by law in Canada.
right, yes, they. Yeah, it can't be. Yeah, All right, we'll see where this goes. Both teams fully healed up. What's
I
gonna be-
will say that Bill is a very devastating Farah.
He does play a really, really nice ferret, but it's gonna be a tough call on both sides here. They definitely have
Blue team kind of stuck together right now.
Yeah.
Yep, and Najuz
News
is down.
caught and killed.
Someday I'll learn to say actually news instead of Najuz. We'll get there. It's a progress. Missed with the hook. Oh, and Farah got. Oh, it all happened real fast.
Score.
That was what they needed. They brought it back.
So now it is tied. So what
Now it
happened
is
was SPM and Shibboleth kind of got caught in this little corridor, and Bill and Slime were able to do splash enough to chip them down and then just straight up 1v1 take them out.
Beautiful. That's that coordination that you love to see.
Yeah.
Same sides again, same teams. Let's see where
So
it goes.
here we are in round 5. For real this time, I didn't
Yeah.
make it up.
Yes, this time it is in fact round 5, and we are. They've stuck with that same comp, the leftovers, the whole time, and it's worked really, really well for them. So let's see if here that Mercy was really the deal breaker. That Mercy was the game changer, and I think they need to get her down ASAP.
Yeah. Well, absolutely. She can just her heal throughput is much higher than Anna's.
Oh, slide
ooh!
it down. That's a good start. That's also
Good early pick. Good early pick.
Bill directly above Shibboleth, misses the hook, got pushed away.
Yep. Oh, and we are down. We are down to the wire here, for sure. All right. They're all staying alive. Bill's trying to build up ult charge, but oh, and the news goes. Oh, it's gonna be down.
So
All
now we've
right.
got the mobile squad versus the grounded squad.
Yep. Definitely for sure. Just, it's gonna be a lot of Shibboleth's gonna need to get some really nice hooks in there. But yeah, those extra damage rockets are just gonna chip away happily.
And it's down to
Fiona's
just
gonna
the
have
hog.
Okay.
Fiona's
let's see what we
gonna
get.
have to stay mobile, or else she's just gonna get picked off by that Roadhog.
Yep.
She needs to really be using that flight ability and sticking with Farah.
I think this is a smart strategy by Shibboleth. Stay indoors, but stay around the doors so he
Oh, boy!
gets a pick off.
Oh!
And an ult, he gets inside.
All right, so here we go.
Oh, and there's the ult. There's the fucking Shibboleth ult.
But let's
Unfortunately,
remember now.
Bill got outside and it just mostly pushed him away.
Oh, yep.
Now
But
both
like-
teams can
Both
see
teams
each
can
other.
see each
I
other.
think. Yeah.
Oh, this is so tense.
This is so tight. This is so.
Bill needs that heal. Or no, Shibbo needs that heal. Bill can't heal at all.
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh!
And that
Ooh!
direct hit at the end, those rockets do full damage on impact, and they do a lot. And Hog's a big target.
Bill was able to hop over the flak coming at him just as it ended.
Oh, what a great shot. Whew. I stood up at the end there. I stood up. I made a noise. That laser.
Dinosaurs in chat says the pharmacy is open, y'all.
Oh.
And that goes to Devil May's
Devil
Child,
May's Child.
as we all wipe sweat off of her brow.
Whew.
Woo.
Whew.
A very close
All right.
match.
Definitely, for sure. to the wire. All right. And the grand finale. The Europeans.
Okay.
So our last match is going to be Faramane versus Lou and Dibs, our very cool dessert items.
Cool as flan?
Yes, cool as flan.
Okay.
Yes.
Flan? Flan? Flown?
Flan?
This is it. That was an excellent game. Very good match.
Oh my gosh. Oh, that was intense. That was so
We go to
intense.
Europe for this one. I mean,
Yeah.
you're already there, right?
Yeah.
Let's see what we get. Staying in the Americas. Staying in the Americas. All right.
So we are just getting ourselves set for the last match of the day. We said it earlier, but important to mention that this is hashtag Readerwatch. Readers are the Idle Thumbs listeners. This is being put on by the Idle Thumbs Slack and forum community. This is the second Readerwatch that we have put together. I'd like to thank Apple Cider 2 times now for organizing and putting on this really awesome event, bringing people together to flail around and pretend they know how to play Overwatch, or at least that's how I view myself. Idle Thumbs is a podcast and, even more importantly, an awesome community where people come together to play games, talk about stuff, share their life and share their stories. We've put on a couple of Readerwatch tournaments. We've put on they've now successfully completed 4 game jams called Wizard Jam. There's a cooking club, there's a drinks club, there's a book club, any kind of club, anything that you want to discuss either inside of games or out. I think people are running a couple of tabletop games, and I know that we're going to have some, I think, coming up in the next couple of weeks. So if you're a person that's watching this and is not already part of Idle Thumbs, we urge you to join. Hit !thumbs in the chat, and that will take you to the Idle Thumbs forums, which will also get you, almost perhaps more importantly, to the Slack where all of this stuff was organized.
Yes. And I think we are about ready for our last and final matchup, which is Faramane versus Lou and Dibs are cool as flan.
See, we get.
Oh, Dibs, you always have the best excuses.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't know. That's a fight between Lou and Dibs, to be honest.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Oh boy. Lou says pro comp debuts. That's a comp. One of those things is not like the others. One of those things just doesn't belong. Let's see what they do here. Where are the turrets gonna get built?
I don't know.
Are they just gonna? Yep. Okay. I see what they're doing. I
like this.
I don't. I'll be completely honest with you. This
I love it. Oh, I love it.
This is like a bad cheese. This is like a.
I love this. Oh, so I think what we're looking at is we're looking for excellent Lou hooks, and then it's just gonna all be done from there, more or less.
That seems like their game plan.
Hermie with a very good wall, isolating Dibs, and Dibs goes down.
Poink. All right.
And then Lou comes back.
Bring him around.
Gordon
Into
in,
the pit.
diving right in.
Into the pit. Into the pit. Toblix is down, and it's all up to Lou and the cat. Lou and the Cat, new comedy coming this fall.
He does manage to take down a not in robot diva, so it is now A Gorbals soldier versus a Hog Lou.
Hog. Yep, that's going to be.
Will the turret make the difference? No, it won't.
Answer. Wait, which turret? Oh no. Okay, I see what you mean. I was going to be like, turret arguably made a little bit of difference.
Yeah.
You know, leech damage the whole time. That's be a deal breaker. All right, let's see if they stick with that same comp. It worked, and it will probably only have
Did
worked
it
once,
work?
but let's see. Yeah, it did.
I
Actually.
mean, the part that everybody's been playing is Roadhog, and Roadhog definitely did some work.
Shush.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Oh, wait. I mean, yes, and.
Yeah. There you go.
we got a question from Shibboleth in the chat. Is this a biannual tournament? I would like to have it another one in like June, maybe June or July. The 6v6. Yeah.
I would love to. Yeah, another 6v6 full setup would be great.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
we're doing a 3v3 because still getting our feet wet, having some funsies. Again, I would love to, if seeing depending on how Blizzard handles it, I'd love to set up a CTF at some point, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is more like how much can we possibly take of being organized on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
That's not.
Basically.
Yeah, that's a tough one. It's tough. All right, so they went back to that comp that was working for them before. Although the sim I think is a new addition to the Junkrat Roadhog combo. So they've got Australian buddies and turrets. And we'll
So
see
one of the
where
interesting
this
parts of
goes.
this comp is that the blue team can heal up. Hermie can be healed, but he has to come down and hit the ground, which means that
Yeah.
they have to be careful with the healing zone placement.
Mhm.
This is mostly just to stand off their trying to just
no way.
poke and prod and fence at each other.
Yeah, I think I'm looking around at the turret placement that they've pulled off, and I really like that, so that they know that if somebody tries to swing around from the
Ooh.
side.
Lou
Lou
with a
got
good
that
hook.
hook.
Hermie goes down. Their most mobile character is now down.
Let's see where it goes from here. Still setting up those turrets on each door so that they can sit in the little house.
I just wish that Dibs kind of had seen Fiona's Symmetra play and uses more of the terrain as a way to kind of funnel people away from all sorts of places versus bunkering down into one spot. It's not as
Right.
effective.
Yeah. Well, I think at the same time, as we've seen, well, then no.
Dang old Dibs.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to say.
Well, I mean, the other thing that I'll say to Dibs' credit is Dibs is willing to move turrets as they
Yeah.
adjust, and that's something I feel that like a lot of people sometimes don't do, and it's really important, a really important part.
Dibs
of
now
Symmetra.
going on the offensive
Dibs getting very aggressive
and very shot.
And,
and
very dead.
Yeah.
And now
yeah.
both teams can see each other.
Oh, and there it
Oh,
goes.
With the ult.
All right.
I'm
So the
surprised
teams are now
Gordon's
split
still
up.
alive.
Yeah, I
Hog
am
kind of in the
also-
middle. Toblik's staying way back and just lobbing grenades. But we've got a one-on-one fight of the tanks.
Oh no! Here we go. All right.
Gorbel's trying to use his ult, took a big hit, but Lou is all by himself and he is being pincered.
All right, we'll see where it goes though.
He's
We're
going
almost
after
down.
Gordon.
He did miss.
Gordon is dead.
Gordon is down.
Missed the hook. Gorbel's getting damage in.
Heals up. And that is time.
Whoa.
That's our first draw.
Yeah.
Fittingly in the final thing. It's almost like it was planned. It's not planned at all.
Oh yeah, this is totally scripted, you guys.
Yep, yeah, this is yeah.
Don't break kayfabe.
It's like wrestling, but
Whoa,
interesting.
Whoa. Oh, do you want to go right now? Is that what you just told me? You just said you want to go.
I would love to
Want to talk
go.
about New Japan right now? No, we don't.
I don't
We
know
wanna
what that
watch
is.
some-
I actually don't know what you're talking about.
Some hot Overwatch action. All right, so they have switched over to again Toblik staying as Junkrat, but other than that, very different comp.
Diva battles.
Love them Diva battles. In fact, almost identical except for Gorbals is playing Soldier.
Lou playing
and-
extremely aggressively, just going in on this Mercy. She's really low,
Already. Yeah.
but she's
It's
managed to
tough.
back out and get healed.
Yep.
Dibs being an offensive Mercy and
Not a
very
smart move.
shot.
Yeah, not a good move as Mercy until you're kind of down at the end or you need to build charge. Like acceptable, but otherwise you kind of want to steer clear. They have no healing now.
Lou out of his
Luke's
mech.
out of suit. Yep.
2 out of suit Divas.
A lot of just squishy, fleshy divas around. No good. Let's
Gross.
see what happens here. Okay, look, pal.
Oh, and Gordon's trapped and dead.
All right, so let's see if Lou can pull this off. Definitely going to get mech back.
All systems checked out.
All right, here
Only
we
half
go.
charge on his ult, and he's got going against 2 characters that can heal. So he
Yep.
can block an awful lot of their damage, and he can potentially split them up, but
Yeah, but he's got to get
he's out of his mech.
already just absolutely roasted.
I would say he needs to focus on Mercy, but really, when the other character's doing a bunch of damage, what are you going to do?
Yeah.
That was a really tough sell. Yeah, and especially, actually, I understand that.
Prepare.
Because as we saw right at the end there, that tactical visor would have been the end of it. So getting Gorbals dead first would have been, at least you've got a better shot in a one-on-one against Mercy. All right, let's see what they do here. Toblix again, hard locking Junkrat right away.
I also love dibs.
Show them.
Electronic Sports.
All right.
The chat showing their support. Chant if you love electronic sports.
Yay!
So
All right.
same composition here from Faramane.
Yep.
No fares on it.
Nope. They've only had that sometimes. It's not but a constant.
Toblix showing his mastery on that Junkrat. Nobody else has really chosen to use that.
Yep.
Dibs
they-
building up a
Oh my gosh! Just
big amount of shield,
Mhm.
and it's all gone now, so I take it back.
Well, it'll stick for a bit.
Hermes Farah is down. There is no more...
All right.
Oh, I take that back. They've only
Hermes
just got
Mercy.
situational healing now on Faramane.
All right. Let's see what we get here.
We've got a soldier battle. Lou is chasing down Gorbals. Skirmishes on the other
Lot-
side.
Yeah, a lot of just kind of, I feel like, not damage being done. I feel like just a lot of kind of posturing from both sides right now. People trying to kind of angle and jockey for position. Man, and Dibs is just off somewhere. There we go. Dibs is back.
Lou.
Oh, okay.
Taking down the other soldier.
All right, Lou trying to
Gordon
Take care
doing
of
the
that.
best that
Oh.
he can with that overshield, and is
Yeah, that overshield.
Oh.
Oh, and that's it. That overshield, you've got to be so careful because there is a delay based on when you can pull it back up again. So you can eat an entire soldier clip and still have a little bit left. But if you let go, you don't know if soldiers still got those rockets.
Lou very smartly there held on to his ult until Gordon was out of the mech, so that he could deploy the visor without knowing that it could not possibly be blocked.
Right.
Yeah,
And-
absolutely. That was very, very smart play.
Yeah, and that'll laser Diva too. Flush Diva right out the gate. Just
Oh
don't-
yeah, she
Yeah.
is very, very squishy.
Yeah, roasted. All right.
Lou and Dibs are cool as flan, taking the 2-1 lead here.
Yep.
We'll
Dibs
see if
switching
Gorbals
over.
can get some hooks.
Yep. Dibs switching over to the hook now. So we back to that hog game.
It's Hog
We'll see
noon.
what we get here. Toblix is already down. That's gonna be a tough one now. Both Dibs and Lou can heal, but they're okay.
Dibs with a
Gordon's
nice
down.
hook. Gordon is down.
Oh,
is down.
there-
All
Hermie
right.
caught in the crossfire.
Fire in the crossfire. And now it's gonna be Gorbals. Gorbals is probably gonna want, I think, go for first. I would say definitely. I mean, obviously, like take what you can get, but I'm just thinking from a.
They're going
healing
for a pincher
perspective.
here.
Yep. And that. Oh.
a reverse.
Gorbals takes down
All right.
Dibs.
All right. Oh.
And down to 1 life. Lou manages to dodge and gets
What?
out of it.
What a game. What a game.
Lou is on fire, but he is very cool. And they take the round.
I get it. Oh. That's
That's-
not sure how I feel about that. Yeah, I don't like that. I think that's probably like on a shush tier. Oh wow, right in the dome.
Toblix is saying that it was brought to you by the NVIDIA GeForce Experience. They are not sponsoring this tournament.
They are not in the slightest.
I actually don't like that at all. Now that they make you log in, I don't really like the
Oh,
GeForce
do they?
experience.
Ew.
Yeah, they do.
Ew. Oh, gross. Hang on, I can call someone. He works on camera arch for their mobile devices though, so I think that's probably not going to do Sky.
Oh yeah, he's not going to fix the user experience for the GeForce experience.
No.
All right, and we end the tournament throwing shade at a video card manufacturer.
Hey!
That's how we like to do it over here at the Idle Thumbs Readerwatch tournament pavilion.
Emporium.
So we'd like to say congratulations to the winner of the tournament, Devil May's Child, with a perfect 4-0. Some tense matches, but they did manage to pull out 3 rounds in all of their games.
Yeah, that was, I mean, but everybody played really, really well. Like, just, so good.
Yeah. So many 2-2s, like so much down to the wire. Like I just like, I'm thinking back and we just had some absolutely staggering, like last minute, literally 2 people left on each team, Roadhog versus Soldier, you know, all sorts of just really, really tense stuff. I think, you know, we saw some really fun, let's say alternative picks that
Alt strats.
Yeah, oh man, you're
What?
you're bad.
They're alternative strats.
Yeah. So are they not real strats? Is that what you're trying to say they are?
No.
You're trying to say it's a valid strategery?
Well, I don't know. It was dibs, so
It was dibs. To be fair, we definitely saw a lot of that though. Definitely a lot of like fun little picks with Torb Sim combos and just really good use of kind of controlling space on a map that otherwise I think we think about as direct line of sight corridors.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I really appreciated how everybody seemed to have a different tactic for this map, which can be really tricky at the best of times to try and make use of the terrain, to try and strategize around the other team's comp. I mean, I think everybody did a fantastic job, just sort of showing the kind of diversity of play and diversity of mastery here at Eagle Point, Antarctica.
Yeah, the part of Antarctica owned by Overwatch.
So I really enjoyed. Yes. Yep. If you've got a flag up, that means you own it.
That's how it works.
Flag possession is 9/10 of the law of ownership.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the U.S. owns the moon because we left our flag there for more than 3 seconds. That's how it works.
So it's the 5-second rule, but flag vision.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Why not? Why
Okay.
not? Let's do it that way.
Okay.
I like
So
it. I like it.
if there's a flag and it falls on the ground, the flag owns the ground.
Well, also you have to burn. That's why you have to burn the flag.
So that. Nope, I've lost it. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone who participated. Thank you very much to everyone who watched. Thank you very much to Apple Cider and A Pretty Cool Dude, my co-casters.
Yep.
This has been a very fun time. Congratulations again to Devil May's Child. But again, the tournament would not be possible without the Idle Thumbs readers and everyone who signed up to participate in the event, which despite the fact that we all woke up groggy on a Saturday morning, went just super awesome and smoothly. This has been rad. It's been a great time. And thank you to everyone who participated. I, again, am Sadfinger. Folks, since you have been talking all day, you've been providing all of the insight, and I've just been manning the camera somewhat poorly. We did not get any soldier crotch shots, so good and bad.
Yeah, that's tragic, to be honest.
Where can people?
I mean, we were talking about his package all day, so
That's true. We did get some package conversation in, but we did not see his crotch. So you win some, you lose some. Friends, Apple Cider, where can people find you if they want to hear your voice or see what you're doing and what you're talking about?
You can follow me on Twitter at Apple Cider Witch.
Excellent. And A Pretty Cool Dude, where can people find you?
Oh, you can find me on Twitter at A Pretty Cool Dude.
Yes. If you ever streamed, where would people find that?
People would find me at spooky.church.
Excellent. And I am Sadfinger, Badfinger. You can find me at SJHack. That's 2 A's on Twitter. And this is my Twitch channel, so you can find all those links below. We try to do on this channel and the other ones that you will see sometimes being hosted. We try to do multiplayer events and support each other and stuff. So if you've enjoyed what you've seen on this channel, you will probably enjoy what you're seeing on those other channels. That is another thing that's set up by the Idle Thumbs community. We are the Idle Streamers group getting together and having fun, streaming, playing games, and having fun.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you all very much for watching. Thank you again for that. If you would like to show this to anyone, it will be up on YouTube. Again, link is below, and I will let everybody in the Slack know when that is happening. So once more, thank you to Apple Cider. Thank you to a pretty cool dude. I don't know how to do signups. That's why I've done 4 of them in a row without actually saying goodbye. But this is me saying goodbye. Have a good afternoon. Have a good weekend. And remember, keep resisting.